there seemed to be some strange way that they got there, but on our way out, there was a secret compartment in the floorboards. There were some runes like scribbled to some evil deity or devil or something. Hmm. I didn't write that note, but we told the people about it, and we went to do our second quest, which was to find a missing kid, Thalen of Stylish Flags, near a bell tower. So Kai took us to the bell tower, which was submerging underwater, and it was tilted. We went inside and looked around to try to find this kid, but all we found was the top of the tower having a bell that we wanted to ring. So when we went to touch it, we disappeared one by one, and we all eventually teleported to Icabania
Yeah, yeah. So, um,
Island off the
Opalmont,
coast.
yeah, the island off the coast, it doesn't necessarily have a name, but it's one of the first places that Ikabina, the Northern Star, traveled to. Hence the reason why there's a lot of these like very hairless, very dark-skinned like individuals. It's effectively deserts or inhabitants from a desert and a landscape of that.
Yeah, we talked to some fish, found out that he had crossed the water, so we all crossed the water, and we were greeted by some fellows who told us that Halaku, their leader at least, or someone of power, told us that Halaku was to be sent on a ship to board back to Hollyton, but one of us didn't quite believe him and got us all on the same opinion that something strange was going on. So we decided to buy some stuff and then go a tavern. But while we were about to go to sleep, there was a celebration of sorts happening outside. So we went out to see what was going on, and a large tree had people dancing around it, giving it offerings that it brought to life, and they would run away, and the people would go fetch them. I brought a climber's kit to life, and more importantly, we found
Right.
out Eridon was buried under the tree, and he might have something to do with this. Less importantly,
Oh, Paradon is
Malargus.
the tree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Aerodon is the name of the tree, and they're the god of the awakened.
we found out that where Malargus meets Qatar's abyss, the water is very dangerous. But at the very right before we ended the session, Worm had Maggot talk to the or walk up to the tree after they talked, and it transformed Maggot into someone Worm called Dorian.
Yeah, and if you remember correctly, we ended right as Maggot or Dorian. Their name yet to be properly determined, I suppose. Looked at Arya or Worm and called her Arya. And for the purposes of this, I believe it's about we'll call it about 3 p.m. right now, just afternoon, and the desert sands are kind of shifting in the background as this tree, Eridon, this god of the awakened, provided an awakened life to the rotting, well, a skeleton, not really necessarily a rotting skeleton of Dorian. And Maggot kind of looked at you, Worm, and then said your name. And you said his. And he's starting to feel his face. He looks around. Wow. He says, Is this what you feel all the time?
Is what would I feel all the time?
The air, sands, skies. You just see and feel this all the time? It feels like it before, Arya. Did you do it? Finally.
No, I didn't do it.
Looks at his hands and sees like the skeletal fingers moving and looks behind him at the tree. So it's magic then.
Yeah, it's not my magic. And as I speak to him, I'm just touching his skull.
There's not any hair anymore, is there?
No, there's not any hair. I always thought I'd see you out of the tower, but this isn't how I thought I'd see you.
Maybe this makes it easier.
Worm's eyes are always kind of dull and unfocused. But right now, there's a shine in them. While she looks directly at Maggot's skeleton.
I've never seen you like this. Who is this Dorian? Is he your brother?
No.
He looks at you.
Oh. Boyfriend?
We were kept in the Marrow Lord's tower together as his only living slaves.
I suppose living is a questionable term now.
You were living back then.
I mean,
Tried to break out of the tower together. But Dorian didn't get out. So I took him with me.
I mean, you have a consciousness now, so technically that makes you alive?
He's always had a conscience.
Well, now we know. Well, yeah, I guess so. But now we know for sure.
He's been talking to me this whole time. You seem so much more calm out of my head.
He feels his wrists and traces a line all the way up to his elbow, and then starts to like wrap his hand around his arms, puts it onto his skeletal chest. I don't have flesh anymore, but I still feel it, Arya. Still feel his knife. The whip.
We're not there anymore. We haven't been for a long time.
I don't remember a lot of the past, but I remember enough. I know who you are, after all, and I know who he is. Are you still... We're still doing it, right, Arya?
That's what you've been saying to me this whole time. I've just been doing it because you wanted it.
I do want it. He looks behind him at the tree, and there's very stark contrast between this skeletal, almost necrotic looking individual and the luminous life that comes from Eridon. I do want it. Don't you? So, sorry. Let me rephrase. You're hearing this, Taylor, but for the rest of everyone else, you're not necessarily hearing this version of it. He's saying that he doesn't. Taylor, go ahead and roll a wisdom saving.
I think she's near Razarin, so she should get a bonus, I think.
Oh yeah, I think it's like a +3.
+5.
+5.
I rolled a nat 1, and +5 is 12.
Yeah. It feels like what I said to you beforehand, where he's like, I do want it, and he's asking if you want it. That's genuinely what you're hearing. But for everyone else, it doesn't necessarily sound like that. It sounds like Maggot or Dorian is like, wait, I don't want to do it anymore. You know, I don't think we should continue. And the way that Worm is responding is kind of contrary to that.
We have the contract. We could just rip it up.
Contract?
Might get in trouble with the hunters.
I mean, I don't think they're talking about that.
Oh.
They're talking about going forward with Worm's plan. Or he's saying that he doesn't want to do it. But are you just going to give up on it that easily, as if you come all this way?
Why would I give up on it?
Well, isn't that what Maggot's saying?
You're looking at Maggot Worm, and it didn't seem like that's what he was saying. It seems like his mouth was making the words that you heard. Almost like you're hearing what you want to hear.
Unless you heard something different. We heard him, let's stop. But I don't think you're going to give up on that.
I would never give up on it. Not as long as it's what we sought out to do. Don't call him Maggot.
Sorry, it's gonna kind of getting used to the new person, and now, well, being able to hear him. My apologies, Dorian.
Welcome to the crew.
Crew. We're part of a crew, Worm?
No, I was using them.
Oh, she says that, but she's so cool about it. Like she's part of our ragtag band of misfits, almost like family.
They have connections with the gods.
I see it as I put my arm around her.
Devin, you said it was like 3 p.m. or is it 3 a.m.?
It's about 3 p.m.
Okay, because I thought that we went to the tree when it was nighttime, when we decided not to go to bed. I'm pretty sure it was late. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So sorry. In that case, we'll call it.
It doesn't change anything.
10 p.m. No.
Okay.
Yeah. I do want it to be night. I thought you guys were gonna take a rest.
Well, we were going to, and then you dangled at people
forgot.
bringing shit to a tree to us.
Yep. I remember now. All right.
Yeah,
so
I think it's
we'll
like
call
late.
it 10 p.m.
I thought I had another question. Oh, I can't remember the second question. It's fine.
No worries.
I can't hope to know what you've gone through, but know that you have friends now. If you need a hand.
Yeah, it's nice to actually hear what you're thinking now.
I have one friend.
Oh, yeah, okay. Where's your friend?
He looks at Arya.
Oh, I guess that was obvious.
You brought me with you, Worm.
Of course I did. I would never leave you behind like that. We said we'd get out
But
together.
I am. He looks at himself.
It was the only way to keep you going with me. I turned back. I turned back and I took Carrion's book. Because I knew it would bring a part of you back.
That's his book.
Well, it's mine now, really.
He's gonna come looking for it, Worm. You know that, don't you?
Just,
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
It's about time they start coming to us.
Mom makes a face like she's thinking. She looks over at William. I think he's already been looking for it. That was
Dorian
for like
looks
the
at
first
you,
time
William.
she's seen William and realizing it may have been her fault.
Do you know Carrion? He looks at you, William.
Do I know Carrion?
You've not heard the name, but through context, it sounds like there's talking about something that you're familiar with.
I'll just say I'm not familiar with Carrion, but I think I'm piecing some stuff together.
Are you familiar with any necromancy?
Yeah, I'm after one guy named the Mauer Lord. Oh wait,
He looks
I
at
do
you,
know
Worm.
Carrion. That's the guy I'm after. I believe.
Strange company, Worm.
I thought you were after a tree. That was the other question I had. Is this the tree you're supposed to talk to?
There's no sword, so I don't think so. And the other sword, the other tree
I
is
think it's an
more
olive
colorful.
tree. I think you're looking for an olive tree, which I think is on this island.
Also, but I had another thought. When we were given this guy stuff to bring alive, did it talk? I can't remember.
It did.
You,
Yeah,
It did talk to us? Okay.
Yeah.
This is also off topic, but we haven't had a captain in a while. So we need to pick somebody to be a captain.
Dorian raises his hand.
I've been
Hey,
following
that
you.
was a thought. What? No. If you guys want me to be captain, you're in for some trouble.
Well, I mean,
I had that responsibility for like 5 seconds, and the power went to my head.
Just like the hat.
Kai, you've grown so much.
I mean,
Yeah, but I want to go back to
literally.
being small.
I mean, I'm new here, but it should be one of the senior members, right? Raz or something.
I think Raz
been
is
here
more
since
of
day
a
one.
leadership type.
All right.
I'm just a navigator.
I'm the cook.
All right.
Dorian scratches his skull.
I'll hear what you all have to say about what we want to do, and I'll help make sure that happens. I'm honored that you put your trust in me.
Yeah.
So we
it's
voted
either-
Raz to be captain?
It's either Raz or Kai, so I'm choosing Raz.
Yeah, I think Kai is more of the muscle and the treasurer.
Because you said that, I want a mutiny!
Eugene
Rise up!
crawls out. Eugene crawls out of your shell, Kai. I'm the fucking captain. That's my vote.
Guys? Crab captain?
A Crabton?
That sounds.
Crabton.
Captain of Crabs doesn't sound that great.
It's just, think about it. If we're on the captain's most important, obviously, when we're on the water. When we're on land, we all make the decisions as a group. But when we're on the water, doesn't Goldwater sound
I mean,
cool as a
you
captain?
are your oath is of the ocean, isn't it?
Eugene says,
Aye.
sounds like I pissed in the ocean.
I mean,
We
hasn't
do kinda
everybody?
do that. Yeah.
I okay, that's fine with me. You're asking me,
I
Captain.
love it.
I was just more offended by William's statement.
I think we could have no better mascot.
Who's the mascot?
I think
he's
you're
talking
the
about
mascot.
Eugene.
You're talking to Kai? You're talking to Eugene?
Yeah.
I think he's talking about Eugene.
Okay.
Eugene's the moral
I
support.
would be offended, Eugene, if they called me a mascot. So
Well,
that's up to you.
not mascot, more of moral support.
Are you talking about Kai or Eugene?
Funds.
Yes.
Yes, I will be fining you all. 10,000 gold from each of you.
I mean, you already gave us that much, so.
That's why I said that's why I'm fining you the 10,000, because now you have to give it back.
As you
Captain?
guys are
I like
having,
him as.
No. The treasurer's role outweighs the captain's when it comes to coin.
I don't know if that's. Oh. Okay.
I don't think that's quite right.
Well,
Well,
we could-
guys, there's going to be a vacancy in the party tomorrow, so we should start looking for new help.
yeah, true.
Because somebody's going to die tonight.
Oh.
Worm looks to Vaz. Wow, he's really not liking you being captain.
Sounds like I'm going to have a first mate.
Oh, you meant Billy. Yeah.
Yeah, I met William.
Yeah.
As you guys are having this banter and conversation, William, go ahead and roll perception.
Okay. +0.
Hell
As
yeah.
William's doing this, I'm going to saddle into Razarin.
9.
Gonna whisper in his ear. I heard through the crew that William wants to kill you.
Do I have to roll an insight check?
That's up to you whether you believe that. But if you're trying to actually deceive him, then you can do contested checks. You can roll deception, and you can do insight.
Oh god.
Sure, I'll try to deceive him.
Trying to legitimately think of William was trying to kill you.
18.
Oh my god.
4.
Oh shit.
There's a little bit of worry that comes through his voice, Raz, and you're like not sure whether you believe what he's saying, but then you start looking at William, and you're like, is he trying to kill me?
I can't tell with you, Kai.
Hey, I'm just looking out for my captain. And I'll start waddling my way back to the rest of the party.
Oh, by the way, I got a 9 under perception.
Yeah. As they were having this conversation, they looked over at you. You all saw William kind of like look behind a tree at one point, and William, you swear you just saw like a shadow move unnaturally behind a tree, maybe about 20 feet away.
I say, hey guys, there's someone watching us. It looks like a shadow thing.
Huh. Hey, this is a party. There's no need to hide.
Kilmir, off the corner of your eye, about 25 feet away, you see a small rabbit appear into the firelight of the shrine that you're at. But
Just
the
like-
rabbit has a weird.
Sounds like a cat.
The rabbit has like this weird phenomenon going on with it, where it has antlers on top.
Oh.
Tiny antlers.
I
Jack
thought-
Rabbit.
I thought it was gonna be the
Antelope.
rabbit from
Jackalope.
Search for the Holy Grail. So.
And who would you be? I turned to this odd rabbit creature.
Yeah, you turn to it and say this, and now your party kind of like casually looks over to it and sees it as well, and it starts running away. starts going east.
Should we follow him? I mean,
I
we do
feel
have
like-
to go in that direction anyway, right? For the sword.
You said we all see it, right?
At this point, you all do, and
William
go ahead and roll
yells,
a
"Bunny!"
wisdom
and starts chasing.
The what?
check. Okay.
Yeah, let's
William, you can
capture it
also
real
roll a wisdom
fast.
check really quick too.
Me?
It was-
Yeah.
Wisdom check plus 0. 12.
Yeah, you remember you've seen this rabbit before, this jackalope. It was in your dream.
Oh, that's right. I especially say, once I remember, I especially say, "Oh, dream rabbit," and I'm still chasing it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what we came here for, right? No time for
There we go.
rest.
The
Aye, aye,
it-
Captain.
the guard that had brought you here, or not really necessarily the guard, but the man that had brought you here, just kind of like scratches the back of his head. Well, good luck, and if you're trying to find the tree, I suggest you find the guardians.
Too bad, I'm chasing rabbits.
And you all begin to follow William. William, go ahead and make a survival check.
Oh, I actually have a plus to this. Natural 20 for 24.
Ooh.
You start darting through the woods. There's a moment where William almost looks like he's moving like Kilomere through these woods, and he's like moving silently and like just tracking this rabbit all throughout it. And you're all following?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It leads east, but kind of like at a northeast angle, and leads you to the base of this large mountain. And it's odd looking. It's like almost like a single mountain, and from here you can actually see in the distance the elevation changes. There's two more even larger mountains to the southeast. But the base of the mountain you're at, the rabbit then immediately starts going north.
I'm just
Still
following the rabbit. Yep, I'm just following the
Okay.
rabbit.
Roll another survival check.
Alright. 9.
9. You start following this rabbit. Eventually, you start to lose track of it. However, because of your natural 20, you realize that the type of woods that you were in, which was almost like this tropical, like deserty oasis kind of wood. There's a lot of palm trees and a lot of like gnarled wood with like vines and a lot of vegetation. It immediately starts to get thicker, denser, darker, and the palm trees start to vanish, and there's more of like these large twisted oaks that start to like intertwine with one another and create a very maze-like forest. You realize that the wood has definitely changed. You're in an entirely different forest at this point in time. Go ahead and make another.
I'll
actually,
help
go
him,
ahead and
yeah.
make a.
I'm gonna help
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm more familiar with these types of forests.
Yeah, so William, go ahead and roll another survival check with advantage.
Alright. Good thing, natural 20 for 24.
Oh, wow.
I'm
I
determined
feel
to
like,
find
I
this
feel
bunny.
like Griffin rolls hot a lot.
He does, dude.
He's Travak.
You
Today,
start-
Travak.
yeah, exactly. He's this campaign's Travak.
Yeah, you start moving through this twisted and gnarled wood. At times, you have to take out your longsword and slash through a couple of the branches and vines in front of you just to get through this thicket. And you actually realize with your natural 20, every like branch that you break, every vine you cut through, starts to bleed red.
That's creepy.
You continue
I-
forward.
Well, do I know if it's like an evil tree thing or?
You don't necessarily get the vibe that it's an evil tree, or like an evil wood necessarily. It does seem, because you're natural 20 and moving through this this wood, it does seem like it's a very natural wood, just very thick, and the wood is very dark, and the leaves are very dark. But it seems like it's natural somehow. And you keep going, you cut through your way, and eventually you begin to see torchlight after about 2.5 hours of traversal through this thicket. You begin to see torchlight in a grove. From here, you can see the jackalope through the thicket, almost like gets on its hind legs, looks at you, and then runs towards the firelight.
I start running after it, and William's doing his best bunny call.
Here, Barney.
Here, bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like doing your best bunny call, trying to get it to come over to you and recognize you. And you step out. You're the first to step out into this glade, where it's not the jackalope that you see in the firelight. You see, there's about 6 individuals here surrounding a wooden pyre, and it's unlit, but there seems to be the corpse of an interesting monster, a large corpse. It almost looks like a hydra, and you've seen hydras before, and it almost looks like a hydra, but not quite. It has like fur in some places where it really shouldn't. It almost looks like it resembles an elephant in places, but it's dead. And all 6 of these individuals are in a star-like form, and they have knives, and they're starting to peel flesh away from it. Notably, go ahead and roll a perception check, William.
All right.
As your party members kind of break out of the thicket behind you.
15.
You see, these individuals notably have ritualistic scarring all throughout their face. They're all hairless, even the women, and they all look like they're elves. Some drow, some half-elves, but most of them seem like they're wood elves.
Or just yell, "Hello, cultist."
They stop.
This is awkward.
I think they're the Guardians.
You the
Oh.
guardians?
One moment, one says, and they continue flaying the flesh off of this monster.
Do I recognize?
Almost like in a ritual.
What kind of creature that is?
Like I said, it resembles a hydra, but it's got fur in places where it shouldn't. It looks like it has parts of an elephant, and it looks like it has portions of like a lion even. It's definitely not natural, and it's some sort of monstrosity that has changed tremendously.
One of my favorite foes.
It's not a monstrosity that you realize.
Okay.
Like I said, it resembles mostly like a hydra.
It's like, 'cause I don't know if we in this part of the game have to deal with a lot. It's whatchamacallit, right? It's like, the fuck's it called? The shit, when they merge them together.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I can't think of the word.
Okay.
Grafted.
It's almost grafted.
Grafted.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So
We just haven't dealt with it a lot on the side.
So like the appearance would just make me think it looks like an aberration more than a monstrosity. Just because
Almost,
it's unnatural.
Yeah. It's definitely giving unnatural vibes, but even though it almost looks like it's been grafted, you don't see any stitch lines. It almost looks like it was naturally born to have this fur, and it almost looks like someone had shifted into this form, in a way. They continue flaying pieces of flesh off for about 20 minutes or so as you watch them work
hey, Raph.
in this very ritualistic exercise. And after
That's
they've gotten the
doing
meat
good.
off, they quietly stack it on the grass next to them, and then light the body ablaze. The smoke smells sweet, almost like ambrosia, even almost like a faint alcoholic smell to it, but it smells good, almost like they're burning herbs or something.
We stumbled upon the grove.
Guys having
the
a
grove
party?
Just
that
watch into the
we're
flames
here
for a
right now.
moment and look at you.
We managed to find our way over here accidentally.
You are one that follows the moon.
Saloon? Yeah.
Moons.
Yeah.
You seek the tree.
Oh yeah.
He looks at you and studies you up and down. This one looks like he's a Goliath, much like yourself. And as he studies you, You are not in your birth form, are you?
Nope.
She can change that.
He died, but he got better.
Judge, define
Oh.
better, but, I'd like to go back
Alive.
to my old form.
She can see that.
Saloon? He's preoccupied last I know.
She's watching. The moons are too, though they're not in the skies. We sacrifice this animal in preparation to bring those the moons back.
That's an animal?
Animal? That looks more like an aberration to me. It doesn't look natural.
Ugh.
All things are put onto this planet for a purpose. Monsters, aberrations, ghosts. They're all here for a purpose. Are they not?
True.
Huh.
I suppose
In
so.
one way.
And who are we to determine which dies and which lives?
I'm not pretty good at doing that.
Indeed. You seem to have reverence amongst you. Are you... You are the Reverend, yes?
So you've heard of us.
Oh, name recognition.
Yeah.
Follow, then, and we will see if you are ready for the ritual. Should you get the sword, we'll see if you can become one of us. We do need a champion after all.
Do I have to cut myself a bunch of times like you guys did?
I don't know.
As a
They look
part
pretty
of the
cool.
process.
I just
Well,
stare at killing me a little bit after he says that.
Hey, Will, Saloon's supposed to be a god of a moon, right?
Mhm. Yep.
What does that have to do with the tree?
About to find out, and I start walking over.
The
guessing that's some-
individual starts throwing the pieces of meat onto the pyre and starts cooking them and sizzling them. After about 5 or so minutes, the one that's been talking to you, he seems like he's definitely one of these dark-skinned, bald individuals, but he's got ritualistic scarring all over his face, like I said. He takes the meat, bites into it, puts it back, and then you see his form begin to shift downwards, and he turns into a the best way to describe it is a panther, but its tail splits into two and has barbs at the very end.
Ooh, I love this cat. Like, this is me Griffin saying this.
And notably, the panther also has scales partially up on its paws, and it looks like it's got the feet of like some sort of like lizard.
At least
Cool
they're not
trick.
turning into bugs.
You hear a voice enter into your head, William. Follow. And it starts walking to the south.
I follow.
Alright.
Oh, I'm guessing
Is
we're
the
following the...
Rest of these guardians take the meat, bite into it. One of them, the kind of the younger of the elves, kind of like looks over at you guys, still has ritualistic scarring on his face, but has kind of a smirk, and walks over to your party and lifts up one of the pieces of meat. Would you like to partake?
Oh, sure.
Hell yeah!
We'd
Yeah,
love
oh,
to.
Yeah, why not?
I'm good.
I never say no to good meat.
I'm a
That's-
vegetarian.
Don't be rude. Do you have any
Yeah, don't-
leaves?
You're not a vegetarian.
We do.
Hey,
have
Enzo.
leaves. He looks around.
Got peanuts? I heard he likes peanuts.
But is it scared of mice? I yell from distance.
Yes, actually, I am.
A guy like you scared of mice?
Next character's gonna be a mouse character. Your guy dies.
He holds the meat out, gesturing for anyone that would like to take
Yeah,
some.
I'll take a bite.
I'll have some.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you three? Alright.
Not the worst thing
yeah,
I've eaten, probably.
You
Definitely
take a
not.
bite out of it. Those of you that took a bite out of it, roll a d100.
Oh, fuck yeah. I love D100s. Best dice in the game.
Oh, that's high.
Oh, I almost rolled 2 D100s.
Oh, I thought it was
94.
46.
Okay. Let me know if you roll over a 90.
I did.
You did?
A 94.
Okay. Roll a d4.
How many hours do you have left to live?
2.
You, all three of you take a bite into this, and like I said, it almost tastes like how it smells. It's very sweet, very aromatic, almost like there was herbs on it, but you don't see any visible ones. It almost feels like, in a way, holy. You don't get any effects from it, unfortunately, save for you, Razarin. Your captain, the newly appointed one, immediately begins to metastasize and changes into the form of a killer whale. But
What?
a killer whale with wings.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh god, it's like one of those things we
Razarin?
killed out in the water.
That's your killer whale noise.
I've never heard a killer.
You can still
Dolphin.
speak. You can still speak all of your languages that you normally would.
You just
As
did
of right
that
now.
for fun.
Killer whale on land.
Yep. And you have wings, so you're kind of just like hovering and it's even like bellowing the flames of the pyre. And the one that had given you the food kind of like casually throws it back onto the fire and goes, "Oh shit!" and starts running.
Hey, is this hitting for you guys as it is for me?
I don't know. I'm seeing some weird shit right now.
This is better than that stuff.
We didn't like it looked like
Uh,
one of
I'll
those
be
things
right back,
we
I have to
killed.
get
One of
this.
those big things we killed like a month ago. Out
For
in the water.
the next 2 hours, Razarin, you are a killer whale with wings.
All right, I jump on his back.
Hey, let's go for a trip.
There's actually, strangely enough, there's enough fruit for everyone, to be honest.
William.
No, it's
You could. I don't think. I think you're just doing that by choice. I don't know.
wait for me.
But William, you're following the individual that led you into the woods as this cat with lizard-like feet.
William said he'll be right back. He has to
No, I'm
grab
back.
dinner.
I'm back. I grabbed dinner.
Okay. So you're following this guy into the woods?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Quick,
The
Raz,
rest of
let's
you
go.
guys, are you following William, or are you getting on top of?
I'm getting. Like I see this
the killer
giant
whale
whale with
form.
wings. I'm getting on top.
I'll stay on the ground.
I will follow William.
Yeah, I'll
You
say,
want to be
Alright.
on the Razor whale?
The
I'm
rest.
gonna stealth.
I'm afraid of the air.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll stealth then.
hey, it's just like swimming through the air. Just go.
25.
Yeah, you. It's very easy to kind of blend in with this thicket of wood, and you essentially disappear as you begin to trace your. Track your team through the woods silently. As you're doing this, who has proficiency in history check?
Not this character.
Nope.
No.
I do.
Worm. Go ahead and roll a history check.
26.
Oh.
I found it.
The way that this wood is, the way that it's so dark and condensed like this, the way that the branches and the leaves actually bleed when you cut them. You've heard of this before. In one of Carrion's books, there was a land rumored to be made of flesh and blood called the Crimson Wood. And it was to the far, far south in the Dale Lands, on the cusp of what is even considered the Dale Lands. And it was an ancient land that no one really ever went to for obvious reasons. And there was a lot of dark shit that apparently happened there. But it's also a land where a specific sect of druids existed. Moon druids, to be specific. Because of your high roll, you would also know that it's rumored that this King of the Wild might have came from there at one point. But it's weird to have such a wood, a forest, in the likeness of the Crimson Wood this far north, much removed from its actual location. And yet, here the trees are.
Sounds
Just
like
a note.
this place in a book I once read.
So these woods are
The
familiar to
Crimson
you.
Wood. The forest bleeds like that, but geographically it makes no sense for it to be here.
Maybe they transported some of the trees from over there to here?
Transported.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they took some saplings or seedlings from the other forest and brought them here. And seeing as these are druids, they can maybe make them more able to grow here in this kind of terrain.
The druids also, I believe they're moon druids, not Selunites.
I would say you would also know Worm because of your high roll. That this specific moon druids existed throughout Elos normally, as the moons are obviously worth reverence, but this specific genre, I guess, of druids specializes in monstrosity and turning into them. They specifically believe that monsters are a part of nature.
I think I know the druids too, and she'll look back at the corpse they were harvesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't eat any of that. So, I'm pretty sure you guys ate a member that passed away.
I mean, don't druids return to their original form before dying? I didn't think it was like a permanent thing unless some kind of spell was cast on them. Like
I think old age might be different.
I mean, technically it's not humanoid anymore.
I'm sure it's part of their ways to return it back to the cycle of life, I suppose. I make a face at the people that ate it.
Dory just kind of shudders a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, it's not the first time I've eaten something like that. You know,
That's really
you
gross.
ever had bugbear, or not bugbear? Fucking what's that? Fucking, I can't remember the name of it. It's not a bugbear. It's like a humanoid beetle kind of. I don't remember what it's called.
At this point,
Tachi?
No, that's a praying mantis.
Is that where he went?
No.
Eat him.
Thinking like Umber Hulks and
Yes,
stuff?
yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Umber Hulks.
I think they're called Umber Hulks.
Umber Hulks
Never even
don't
seen one.
walk around and talk, I think.
Yeah, it's Umber Hulks.
Never seen one alive. I've seen it in pieces. Like I said.
That's
One of the druids, the drow that was partaking, shifts into the form of a mix between an Umber Hulk, a hook horror, and a large bat.
Oh,
that is really great.
I see like the arms of the hook horror arms. I'm like, that's what I saw in my dream.
It flies up and starts heading east, southeast.
Though not exactly like that. Did have the arms.
A photo of a whale with wings.
What are we?
Yep.
What are we here
That's
for?
that's the original Garen
William's
photo.
sword.
Oh yeah, you put it in Pond Art? Yep, that's
Yeah,
exactly
and-
what you turned into, Razvan.
Mm.
But
Oh, is that Gorgiro?
you all attempt to follow William the best you can from above and below.
Yeah.
Okay. You travel for about another 3 hours, going basically like in a crescent circle around this mountain. And at some point, the youngest of the moon druids will point up at the mountain. That there is Mount Harper. And just a simple note, as these druids don't necessarily make conversation and simply just point out things about nature. They continue south for about another 3 hours, and at this point in time, it's pushing about 2 a.m. You guys are a little tired. The stars are bright in the sky. There's no moons. And at this time, the crimson thicket begins to kind of open up into a glade. However, the glade seems like it has a perfect ring of oak trees, white oak trees, and just a perfect circle around a single olive tree. But it's the largest olive tree any of you have ever seen.
Olive trees get that big?
The druid that's been leading you, William, stops. If you can make it past, the sword is yours.
That's what?
That'll be
Just-
easy for him.
Alright, I'll start walking.
Okay.
You don't want to rest, William?
Rest is for the dead, and I'm walking.
Dorian scratches his head. I guess he's right about that.
Are we allowed to accompany him, or do we wait here?
You may try.
So what exactly are we trying to work past?
He gestures forward towards the ring of trees.
Let's go then.
All right, let's go. Can't leave our buddy to do it on his own here.
I'll still follow stealthed.
Okay.
Have you guys ever heard of animal flesh that lets you become a whale? That was pretty trippy.
Oh yeah, you're now your regular form. At some point you were flying, and you realized that
Fall.
you were like,
Slowly starts
you were like-
transforming.
yeah. After about 2 hours, you would have like fell through the thicket, but it's dense enough to where you would just like break through the canopy and just fall into the ground. Just for the purposes of it, go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
That is a 13.
You go ahead and roll one as well, Keelan, for me real quick.
All right. A dex saving throw?
Yeah.
22.
Yeah. When your form begins to shift out and you return back to your normal Raz ring, you kind of sail through the air for a second and tumble into the thicket below. You catch your bearings. You didn't take much damage. Your armor seemed to have blocked most of it. And you did a good tuck and roll to prevent any real damage from happening. You're a little bit away from your team, so you kind of like cut your way through the thicket to get back to them and come upon the same ring of trees. You're all trying to walk through the ring of trees.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Kai, you're doing it stealthily, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll make sure to stay
Um,
behind William.
Okay. William, you're the first to come upon this ring of trees, and you get a sense that these trees are important somehow. They're larger. They seem to be alive in a way that trees typically aren't. As you start to walk past the threshold, the branches start to move downwards, lightly caress your hair, your shoulders.
I don't have hair.
Oh yeah, right. They lightly caress your head and your shoulders and your chest as you begin to walk forward. As they begin to touch you, little white flowers begin to appear where they touch you, and then just pop
Ooh.
out and fall onto the ground.
Pretty.
Oh, thank you. Hell yeah. What's up, buddy? And as you walk through the ring of trees, as the branches begin to caress you, you get to the other side, realizing that all these trees are definitely some sort of ent or a protective nature force. And there's probably about 100 of them here in a single circle around this olive tree. You get to the other side, and you look back to see your comrades. Who was behind William? It was Razran,
It was.
right?
And
Yeah.
I'm like right behind
Razran.
Razran.
Yeah, you start to walk through this barrier, and they start to do the same thing, lightly caress you, and then the flower that appears out of your flesh and armor appears red, and then falls onto the ground and wilts, and you see they begin to form like a woven barrier to prevent you from going forward. Are you going to attempt to cut through or back off?
Okay. I'll respect it. I'll respect it. Not my traditions. I'm gonna stay there and just watch from afar for now.
Okay. Yeah, the woven branches begin to slightly open up, revealing a window to the other side. Kilomir, you do something similar?
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk through like I saw William do.
Yeah, you try to walk through, and the same thing happens to you. The flowers begin to appear out of your flesh and armor, and they appear red, drop onto the ground, and begin wilting. And
I'll try
a
and
wall
catch
begins
one
to
of them.
form and prevent you. Yeah, you catch one of them, and you see the red flower. It looks like almost like a poppy begins to just wilt in your hand.
Oh, I wanted one.
Kai, you begin to move past these trees, and the branches don't lunge down at you. You get to the other side. You're still hiding. Worm, you're attempting to walk through, and Kadrove?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Dorian will follow you, Worm, and the same thing happens to all three of you. You attempt to walk through, and then the flowers begin to appear and as red, except for you, Kadrove, and drop onto the ground. For you, Kadrove, the flowers that appear, they have this light brown color, and they almost look like sunflowers, but almost like this golden yellow. And they drop to the ground, but they still prevent you from coming in.
That's annoying. I'll put my hammer in front of me and I'll just try to push through it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a athletics check.
Oh man, I rolled low, but my modifier's high. 11.
11. You try to push through with your hammer, and the wall flexes a little bit, almost like it's a rubber band, and then bounces you back.
Well, that's no. I'm gonna take a swing at it.
Yeah, go for it. Make an attack.
Actually, so it's like a plant-like substance.
It doesn't necessarily seem like it's a. It does seem like it's a plant, like a tree, effectively, but it almost seems like these trees are alive in a way that they shouldn't necessarily be alive. Not even at an awakened status, almost like they're their own creatures.
Okay, I will actually just put my hammer away and I'll bring out my glaive. It has 10-foot reach. I'm just gonna try to poke to see if I can make like a hole through to the other side just to see.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack.
Damn, I keep rolling low. 12.
12. That will not hit. Well, it does hit. You hit the wood
Yeah.
and try to like carve your way in, and you see a little bit of blood begin to trickle out from the branch that you had cracked open, but nothing. It doesn't flex. It doesn't move. It's almost as if it's a brick wall in there.
Am I still standing on the other side with everybody else who was stopped?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I'll just shout to the guys on the other side of the wall that made it through. We're kind of stuck back here.
We'll just yell back. No problem. I got it.
Chill.
Good luck.
Guess he's chosen. I guess that's why he can make it through.
But you trees, I know you're listening. If my friend gets hurt, you can't stop us.
Yep.
In a language none of you understand, all of the trees begin to hum in a tune. None of you speak Druidic, so you won't understand what they're saying.
I think we're in agreement. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's so weird. Like that language is so weird. It's very similar to Elvish, but not. It's like a mixture, like Sylvan and Elvish. It's very weird with some other things. Can't quite understand it.
They call that
William.
tree-ish.
William, you
Yep.
approach the olive tree in front of you.
Yep, I'm just walking with the big swaggery step.
Yeah, and as you do, you see popping into view seems to be this jackalope from before, this small rabbit with the antler horns. You see it cocks its head at you, and then runs into the olive tree and disappears. But the glade, and now that you've entered in throughout the ring, is breathless, and the stars seem to dim in your reverence. You remember her voice from your dream, neither wholly whispered nor declared, and it reverberates within the recesses of your mind once more. To sunder the pallid maw that gnaws at the marrow of this world, thou must first seek the argent arbiter concealed beneath this canopy, forged in the crucible of lunar grace and rooted in the sanctified loam of the eternal tree. It awaits as the hand appointed in shadow and starlight. As you approach this olive tree, from the center of its trunk, the bark softens into ripple and bloom. Like water remembering it was once clouds, the very woods part in a spiral of glowing sigils, revealing a hot hollow, not flame, but a single arm. It is long and graceful, wrapped in bands of soft celestial silver, etched with lunar glyphs, too old for mortal minds to understand. The skin is luminous, pale, with a glow of midnight frost, and the fingers bear no rings, for this woman wears no chains. And in her hand, she holds a sword, not lifted, not offered, but extended like a memory returning to its source. Its edge glows with quiet fire, slender and curved as a crescent in the night above. But tonight, it carries more than steel and song. Deep within this blade, you see two twin orbs of muted light pulse. One silver blue, one red gold. The lost lights of Selena and Lamella. Not whole, not restored, but remembered. As the moons are missing from the heavens, they endure here, anchored within this blade's heart. Their absence has weight. The blade hums with sorrow, with restraint, and with a will too vast to speak its own name. It looks heavy, and the soul light is holding silence. Though the moons Selena and Lamella remain unseen, their presence is manifested in this sword. The blue light swirls with a memory of tides, the red with the heat of a judgment, and for a moment, the night feels watched again. A voice enters into your mind, not spoken, but carved into the chambers of your soul, and it is Saloon once again, soft, infinite, vast as the tide, and tender as the night that wraps a grieving child. I do not ask you to be perfect. I ask you to be present. You are not my sword, you are my mercy made sharp, and now you are their memory made flesh. And the sword extends to you. Do you grab it?
I'll kind of kneel on one knee, and then I'll kind of gently grab it, and then pull it towards me.
Okay. You let go. She lets go of the sword and retreats her long, feminine arm and hand back into this olive tree. Her celestial silver disappearing, but the radiance still there, and the sword that you now hold, and it feels powerful. This is called the Moonblade, and it already has one property that's permanently on it already. But go ahead and roll 1d6. Sorry.
1d6. All right.
Yep.
1.
Okay. So you will get 2 more properties on this blade in addition to the one that was already on it.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll 2d100.
2d100. Wait, did you say 2d100 or 1d100?
Yep. 2d100s.
I rolled a 94 and 46.
Oh shit. Alright, so 46. Okay, let's go here. Go ahead and roll one more time.
Okay. Uh, 93.
Okay, so you have a 93 and a 94?
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
Okay. Okay. Give me a second. I did not expect you to roll that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Go ahead and roll. We'll remove those 2. Go ahead and roll 1d12. I'm sorry, 2d12. 2d12.
2d12, alright. A 6 and a 9.
8, 9. Wow. Okay.
I just became the main character, guys.
So the Moonblade gets a few properties. The
Okay.
one that's permanently on it from its previous owner is that it functions as a ring of spell storing, which means that you can keep a spell onto it that's cast into it, right?
That's so good
Okay.
for
And it
you.
can store up to 5 levels worth of spells at a time. So you effectively have a ring of spell storing on your sword. In addition, when you hit a creature of a specific type with the Moonblade, the target takes an extra 1d6 damage of either acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. And for you, you rolled you rolled Fey, and you rolled humanoids.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Alright.
So when you add the Moonblade to your inventory, you have 93 and 94 as a property, and you have
Okay.
97, 98 as a property.
7 and 98. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I remember that. So, 93 and 94, you said?
Yep.
Yep. And this blade looks like it has been used before, and it looks like it has specific runes on it. But you realize that the blade hums to you almost as if it wouldn't even try to serve anyone that it regards as like erratic or corrupt. And it's almost like you've now been entrusted as a guardian, not just of the moons of Saloon, but of almost, in a way, elven kind, because it seems like this blade comes from the elves. But in addition, you now have the decision after touching this blade. Would you like to return to your previous form?
Yes.
Okay. You get two decisions here. You can either return to your previous form, or you can re-roll another reincarnation. That's up to you.
I think I will go back to my previous form.
Okay. And then you are now you were human once before, right?
Yep.
Yeah. As you kind of like run your hand along the runes of this sword, you begin to feel your hair kind of fall down onto your head again. You feel your height kind of decrease slightly. You're now human once more.
And I did basic human, I think I remember, yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, obviously this sword requires attunement.
Yep.
Usually it's by an elf or a half elf, but for the purposes of this, you can waive that attunement requirement.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, let's see. Other than that, let's see. Yeah, it's a +1 blade otherwise, but it does have those 3 properties where it acts as a ring of spell storing, and you have 1d6 for Fey and humanoid.
Okay. Fey and humanoid. Okay, I'll remember that. Thank you.
With that, the branches that have been, and you've kind of just been sitting here on the side watching this happen, and the walls sort of just open up slightly and reveal entryway for the rest of your party members. Now that the ritual has been complete, you see that the druids are kind of like looking at you, nodding up and down, realizing that you are the one that this tree has been waiting for, or one of the ones. Let's see. The druid that has been leading you here kind of speaks up. Now is the time where she will offer services. Should you choose to have your essence reincarnated into something else, or return to its original form, now is the time.
I'll kind of stealth out after hearing that. Kind of pop up out of stealth next to William.
One of the trees lunges at you slightly and then retreats back.
I scared it, didn't I, tree? So wait, are you just you now? You got a sword?
Yeah, I'm back. And I got this awesome sword.
And that is cool looking.
Yeah, what does it do?
Yeah.
what's your name?
It's still William O'Connor. Oh, you mean the sword?
Take your time, though.
Blade. The moon blade.
Yeah, it is the Moonblade. And through that kind of very like close encounter, a very how do I say it? it was a very there was a lot of feelings that were connected when you grabbed the sword from this woman. She didn't even tell you her name. She didn't tell you anything, but you know what this tree's name is now. It is named Lunera.
The tree name is Lunera.
Oh, wait.
Star.
Didn't we hear that name somewhere?
Yeah.
You may have.
Like, wasn't she like a druid that turned herself into a tree?
Go ahead and roll
Yeah.
a wisdom check, Kilmir.
I don't know if we got her last name.
15.
You remember being told to find a well, not to find them, but you remember hearing legend that there was a druid out there that had turned into a tree. You never really got names or anything. It was just through like local legend. But
I thought we
apparently,
were told the name.
this seems to in the other campaign.
Oh, that's where I got. Okay, that's where I got mixed up.
Yeah. This is just a chance encounter for you all.
It was the other group, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I didn't think that either. Did the rest of the party see everything that happened in the tree inside?
You did. There was windows.
Okay.
There was windows for you all to appear and
Okay.
And look through.
I gotta look at William. You think you can ask the glowing hand thingy to make me small?
Oh, point. Could you make him his usual size again?
The hand, the slender and feminine, once more comes out and points at Kai, almost as if she wants to touch your forehead.
Okay, William. Not
Let
gonna
her
kill
touch
me,
it.
right?
Nope.
Okay. If I die, it's your fault.
Yep.
I'll go
Don't
down.
worry.
I'll crouch.
I feel like
bend
Worm
my-
would bring you back.
That's okay too. I give permission, Worm. I'll kneel down.
You kneel down, and she lightly moves her celestial fingers over. And celestial is a word for it. It's more. It's less celestial and more of a fae kind of presence. But she touches you with like this divine radiance, and you begin to feel your form kind of shift down into its original small form. In addition, in addition, since you are a turtle who has eaten things, if there's any effects that we like removed, this is the time to roll to remove them.
I don't know what I have right now. I have the wanting to take everything away from my enemies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit more cruel, which is kind of just still normal.
Yep.
A glowing eye, which I have no clue what it does.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it, right?
I believe so. I mean, there was your size, and that was about it.
Yeah, because the size was the other one.
But
No,
if there's
everything
any
else is
qualities
pretty
you-
cool.
Okay.
I don't care if I want to beat the shit out of people.
I mean, you do that anyway.
Yeah, right? Just don't get on my bad side and I won't fucking take everything you have.
Worm, you see Dorian kind of like move out from behind
Wait,
you
I'm
and
s-
rush forward to this
I'm,
tree.
s- I'm small again too, right?
Yes, you are now small.
I've been wanting to do this for so long, and I'd go and I'd jump and climb on Razorth.
God,
It's
this
been
is-
so long!
it was back in. We were leaving Hollyton or heading towards Hollyton. That was so long ago.
I think it was after I ate the demon thingy when
Yeah,
we
the ice demon.
saved Razorth's kids.
Oh, that's
my
right.
Kids. They were my kids.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Kilmer's kids.
Watch this. I'll cast Expeditious Retreat and start running at double my normal movement.
Yeah, and carrying Kai, you're just running normally now, which is effectively really fucking fast.
Yeah.
But as you guys are kind of doing this in the glade, you see Dorian kind of goes up and goes, "Me, do me, return me," and the hand kind of like extends downwards, It looks like it's going to touch his forehead, and then retreats its hand back, and then the arm retreats back into the olive tree. No, that's not fair. Tell it, Worm.
Why won't it help him the way it helped you guys?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Is there some kind of like conflict
Maybe
between
because
life
he's-
magic and necromancy?
Maybe because he's undead, technically.
Surely you could ask?
Sure, I'll look up the tree. Is there a reason why you can't help him?
There's no response.
If only I didn't.
No response.
If only I could still cast Speak with Plants. Fortunately, I used it on King.
Well,
Paradon.
it kind of talks anyway, but you don't need to speak with plants.
Dorian kind of like pounds the floor. Damn it! Damn it! Turn me back!
Well, maybe we could find a different way to do it.
Dorian, how did you die?
He looks at Arya. The Marrow Lord flayed me.
Oh.
Ew.
Oh, that's not a very
Dang.
pleasant way to go.
Cool.
Wonder if there's not some dark energy attached to your memories. Some kind of curse?
I'm going to kill that fucker. We have to kill him, Worm. And you hear, Worm, we need to do it. We need to become better than him.
We're gonna do it. It's been the plan.
Good. Useless fucking tree. And walks back.
Don't mind
As
him.
you guys are
He's
kind
just
of
angry.
running around and looking and kind of like horsing around a little bit in the glade. You're getting ready to find your leave, and the hand extends once more and points at you,
Who?
Who you cut out?
Kadrov.
Oh. Yes.
Are you not an elephant?
have been my whole
Sorry.
well, okay.
Sorry,
so
Loxodon.
Yeah, that's very offensive. They
As,
say,
as
"Oh,
a
why
turtle, I
you
should have known
monkeys?"
better.
Yeah, are humans monkeys? Like maybe one time.
I mean, I think they are.
maybe
Hey.
at one point we were the same, but
I just became a human again, so stop it.
Yeah, look at his gross hair. Ew.
It's wonderful, and I start waving it around.
Yeah.
I'm back to
And I
3
got a
foot
beard
tall
again.
and 60 pounds.
60 pounds.
It's a toddler.
Yeah, I'll step forward towards the.
Yeah, I'm like a toddler size.
Yeah, you step forward towards the olive tree, and it extends its arm, and you expect it to touch your head like it did to your previous companions, but it doesn't. It points to the south.
Shit.
Oh,
Your body's over there.
You look to the south. Go ahead and make a survival check really quick, Kadrov.
sure. Am I using my scent? Probably not.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sure.
Hell
The
yeah.
south is more salty smelling.
17.
17. You don't get a scent initially, and you just kind of casually like stroll over to the south of this glade. You look down to the south of it. There's a massive footprint. It looks like yours, but probably about 30
Yo.
times the size.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And
I
it smells
dropped-
a little like you.
I dropped down to my knees.
is it the guy you're looking for?
Is it your papa?
No, I'm not looking for my papa.
The
What-
progenitor, the one the guy you like, the founder.
The mammoth, yes. He was the one that brought, or, led us into the triumvirate from the south. I mean, originally Loxodon weren't in this area, but around 500 years ago, we were brought up here, through here. And
How fresh is
Wow,
this?
that's a big footprint.
it's a good question. How fresh is it?
you're looking. It's been here probably the way that the mud has cemented around it, and the way that there's like vegetation that has grown in through the footprint. It's been here for probably a good 100 years.
100 years. We've had rumors that perhaps the mammoth still walks among us. I'm not sure. That's what I've set out to find out myself, but this is the closest I've gotten to any kind of proof. I mean, look at this. Look at the size of this footprint.
Yeah, your papa is big.
I'm not looking for my father. My father's back at the tribe. He's fine.
Oh.
Your papas.
Well, I mean, we live a long time, and maybe not that many generations, but
Or
definitely.
the tree's lying to us, and it's a monster that wants to kill us.
I mean, that's
I mean,
fine too, but it looks like
I
it's-
agree.
Sarajevo. I mean,
Kadrov, go ahead and roll a nature check as well.
like 14, but I think it's cocked. 9.
You're looking up, and you see there's a whole bunch of stars. One of them is very bright. You know that to be the North Star. It's oddly directly above this footprint.
That's. They said that he followed the North Star coming up to the Triumvirate. This may be a path he walked on. This is borderline a holy path for me.
I
Is
have
there-
a question though.
Hmm.
Did they mean the actual North Star, or the person, the North Star?
There's a person?
Let me
Yeah, that's
check.
what they
Yeah.
told us before.
like he
Let
was
me
the
check the
first
player's
person
guide
to
real quick.
travel up here.
Where's the player's guide? I will answer your question in just 1 second.
I mean, it could be
Sorry, what's
both,
the
right?
question?
Because he's connected to it.
I'm just looking at the lore of
Maybe
Loxodon.
he
Oh,
like
gotcha.
Pinpalian and turned into a star when he died.
That's what I'm thinking, right?
They migrated to the realm from the south, led by one of the. Oh yeah, the legend is the mammoth. Okay, the stories Loxodon.
I imagine you just pulling out like a book and reading it.
No, I'm searching my mind palace. I don't read too much.
It's actually a kitchen cupboard.
It feels one kitchen cupboard.
He's opening
It's like,
spices
it's
like,
like
me.
no,
I remember
no,
the
no,
smell.
I'm thinking like that recipe rack, and it just like extends way out.
Well, considering we migrated here only 500 years ago, that seems a bit soon for the North Star, like the person who became the star. So I think it was the star itself that led us up here.
Wait, so
Uh,
how
your
long ago did the North Star find this place?
great papa.
Okay.
How long ago did
What'd you
the
say?
North Star come up here then? thought it was
It's
before-
more of a question for you. I know I've grown up around my tribe, and so I was taught my tribe stories. I don't really know
I mean,
how long ago.
I thought the North Star came up here like longer than 500 years ago.
Yeah, it's like I thought it was
Yeah,
if,
thousands.
if
Yeah.
you're talking timeline wise, the North Star Ikebana came up north about 5,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And,
he would,
um,
yeah.
It would be the
and
It
star.
this
would
that
probably be the
footprint-
So
physical
it would be
star.
the, yeah, it would be the
itself.
star. 'cause-
This footprint is about 100 years old.
So when
How-
the original actual person, the North Star, died, he turned into the North Star, and then
Right.
that's what
Yeah.
your progenitor followed.
No, the mammoth went up there.
No,
Oh,
he
Can he
led
jump
him
that high?
across the plain,
Wow.
the terrain here to here.
Does it look like I could jump high?
Yes.
I mean, we
He
did
is
see
big.
you come in flying, so
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
it
that
was on a
wasn't really a
wyvern.
jump.
The moon
Are we?
druid, the moon druid from before unshifts from their feline form. You have come you have come for what you seek, and yet there is more that you seek. I feel it.
Are we gonna follow your footprint?
Is there multiple or is
He
there just
directs us
one?
he directs us to all of you. There's just a single one.
Okay.
Oh. You should go jump in that footprint.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think
step
it's
in the
that deep.
footprint. Step in the great.
If there's only one footprint, then he's jumping really
Yes.
high.
Then you'd be literally,
Skipping.
Bounding.
then you'd be literally
He's
following
skipping
in his
along.
footsteps.
I'm just saying, if I saw a giant turtle footprint, I mean, I know it. Wait, I thought it was like big as you, or is it like your
about
size?
30 it's about 30 times the size of your footprint.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. That's what
I'll
Yeah,
jump on
I'd go like stand in it. Just hey, you might get like ancestral knowledge.
I am.
I'm standing in the footprint.
I am an ancestral barbarian.
I didn't even know
I could kind of just I'll like put my hand on the footprint. I don't think anything's gonna happen.
Yeah, you put your hand in the footprint, and immediately you're in the same glade, and although your comrades are not around you anymore,
Oh shit.
and you see there's a
Oh, something happened.
massive mammoth, and on top of it, there seems to be almost like this wooden fortress in a way, and the tusks kind of come down. They're like ivory tusks that are very engraved, and there's like barbed wooden wires, like barbed wire in between them, that create. You remember? You ever see like Lord of the Rings and see the Oliphants?
Mm-hmm.
It almost looks like that, except instead of paint, it looks like ritualistic scarring all throughout the fur of this woolly mammoth. And at the very top of it, on top of this wooden fortress, there stands an individual. They have green robes. They have a no hood on, but they have kind of like shaggy hair, brown hair. They have a scar upon their nose and ritualistic scarring all over their face. And right next to him seems like there's this. The best way to describe it is a red mushroom, but animated to the point where it has a large sword on its back. It stands about the same size as the individual next to him, and they're pointing at the tree. And as you look at the tree, the olive tree, it's not a tree anymore. It's an old woman, impossibly old, to the point where she almost looks like she should be dead. And you see, she stands there, kind of meditating silently, looks up, and you hear audibly, "You'll take care of them, Garen. I know you will." And the individual on top nods. "We will make sure. Eridon's here as well." She nods, and her meditative stance begins to metastasize into a very small olive tree. Sapling. And you see the individual on top of this large mammoth begins to weep tears. And you see the mammoth kind of lowers its head slightly. And then, almost like a bow, and then raises its head and begins to turn away south. And as it lifts its foot, you see visibly the footprint that it left all those years ago. And then you hear the individual next to him, the red mushroom, say, "Do you know what's next? The sea. It's rising, Garen. I know. And they continue walking south. And then your vision kind of comes back into the same glade, but you hear your teammates bickering in the background and bantering.
I'll just kind of sharply gasp and like retract my hand and just look down on it.
Oh, you okay?
Did you see great Papa?
Right. They don't. No, I mean, I saw what I imagined to be the mammoth, but he was joined by individuals, names I've never heard before.
Who else did you see?
Well, the tree where it stands, it was a woman and she dissipated and became a sapling that I imagine grew into this. And on top of the mammoth, there was an individual referred to as Garen. And he was joined by another companion, a mushroom folk of some kind.
What did he
They
look? What
looked-
was the mushroom folk look like?
Red, had a sword on the back.
Sir Redcap?
Oh, my hero!
Never seen these individuals
So-
before, but
Oh, that was
Yeah,
his
God.
that was his master. It's up to you. Did Redcap tell any stories about like a druid named Garen?
No, the only stories about Redcap are of his own adventures in the Underdark and how he basically freed all the Underdark races to be able to come up onto the above surface.
Well, I mean, anything that he
And he's
specifically
considered a
told
holy
me
figure.
when I encountered him.
No, nothing.
Okay.
But it also raises ticks for Yukai. It definitely seems like he's talking about Sir Redcap. The sword checks out.
do you know anything about these individuals I've mentioned?
I don't really know just a little bit about Sir Redcap. That he was just a little mushroom guy, or not, and he became a god.
I met him, Sir Redcap. He helped me escape from the Underdark.
Really? Well, perhaps our fates were meant to be intertwined then. Because it seems that theirs were as well, the mammoth, this Redcap, and this Garen fella that I've never heard of.
And to make it clear, it's not like they were using the mammoth as a means of transportation. They were, but it almost seemed like the mammoth was its own person. Like it had
Right.
its own its own say, and effectively was a member of their party.
Almost
It's
like,
odd. I mean,
like
my tribe is. We don't have, with all the time that's passed, we don't have too many stories of the mammoth. Just the fact that they led us up here, and if I were to find any kind of, I don't know, it's hard to say exactly what I'm looking for. I guess proof. I mean, obviously there's rumors that perhaps it still walks among us. I mean, 100 years ago, it's a lot sooner than anything else I've seen. I've never even had a vision like this before. I'm not magically inclined or anything like that, so.
What are you after this red mammoth guy again?
I get a little red in the cheeks. Let's just say I'm not the most inclined person in the village, and it's more of a proving it, prove myself kind of thing.
it was
Prove
like
that
a
I'm
coming of age
worth anything.
ceremony kind of test.
Sure,
Sounds like you have something to prove.
I do. And this mammoth is what I have to prove, which is why I've come to you, and I've tried to get back Pimpalion, and but this is the most progress I've made in my months out from my village.
So there are others like us who walk the same steps.
Are you all trying to prove yourself too?
Yeah.
Every step of the way.
I'm trying to prove myself to a god, so.
Seems a lot of us are now at this point.
Well, I looked at Kai. He's trying to kill a god.
That's
Yeah.
proving yourself.
I mean, I like Redcap, but I don't really care about the gods. But I'm down just to go fuck shit up.
Right. Well, they seemed in my vision that they were, after this conversation happened, they were heading south. It's odd. I mean, obviously this wasn't during the time where they were leading my people up north, but do you guys have any idea why they would be heading south?
I mean, the mouth of Malargus is south of here, isn't it?
Yeah, the domain.
They did mention the ocean, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Our Thorns is heading south as we speak.
I was born south from here. But like off the coast of Hollington.
Cool.
Technically, most of us are born south of this island, so.
I mean, it is the
Yes.
northernmost point of the continent, so
Borderland the world. I mean, there's not much more north of this.
that we know of.
Well, I consider this a successful day on the road.
Right. Listen, you all have, taken some kindness to me, taking me into your group. But I do have a focus on my journey, and I would like to prioritize bringing back Pin. It would help me bring much more progress to my journey. But from what I've been told, that prioritizes killing that dragon that killed him, which may be a tough task for us.
We can bring Pin back if we kill that dragon.
So I've been told, yes.
I mean, I gotta kill that dragon anyway, so that I'm down.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
I go kill the dragon right now.
Well, here's the thing. I should probably get a little stronger before that, and in order to, and I reach to my back and I pull out the Hammer of Thunderbolts. In order to lock the full potential of this weapon, I do need the belt and the gauntlets that was tied to it.
They're at that guy though, right?
The last we heard, yes, and I think
They're at
that's
the other giant
under.
guy.
Is that Underdark, right?
Not under the water.
But yeah, I
Oh,
think he's in the
underwater.
mouth.
Under the sea.
So perhaps we need to get back out on the sea, test our new captain. As I nudge Razarin.
I
I also will remind you, we don't have our boat.
Oh.
We have to get back to Hollyton.
That's pretty far.
The moon druid from before kind of speaks out once more. There is yet one more thing that you are all missing.
That
I
boy.
feel it. The boy. What was his name?
Storm something.
we just had it. Oh, no. Where'd I write it?
It was. You remember it being Thalen.
Thalen. Of Stylish Flags.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, now
The
we
boy
remember.
visited.
Yep.
The boy attempted to visit mere days ago, but was rejected.
Days ago.
One of your.
Sorry, go ahead.
We were told that he was sent on his way back to Hollyton. Is that not what happened?
I do not know where you heard this, but this boy did not make it to Holly. They made it here. And from here, they went southeast.
Southeast.
I wonder if he wanted to find that mammoth too.
Or
One of the local residents of Volpamont went with him.
one of the local residents. Someone of importance?
You know, that guy, probably that guy we
Yes.
talked to.
Oh, okay.
Because didn't Kai say he was lying? Somebody said said he wasn't being completely truthful.
We could be near him, but it's quite late as well.
Yes, it is.
You're welcome to find rest in this glade. Nothing will touch you here. But in the
If you-
morn,
Hmm.
in the morn when the stars are gone, this is a holy place, and you should not be here.
If you don't mind me asking, the druids back from my tribe were able to move us around through trees. Is there anyone here that could possibly do that?
It's possible, but I fear your journey is not yet complete. Besides,
You need to find the boy
there
first.
is more. Whether you find the boy or not, nature will take its course with him. But there is more for you here. I feel it.
Have any suggestions where to next then?
go to the southeast. Look for the dragonfly.
Dragonfly.
I start to mouth a word and I shake my head. Nah, that's impossible.
No, he died to the dragon. How's
What? Somebody else died to the dragon besides Pin?
Yeah.
How tall is this dragonfly?
He points to the southeast.
goblin size? Probably.
Guess we'll find out.
So we'll find out. But first, rest and move in the morning.
Hell, I mean, yeah.
I mean, we should get away from this area, but
No, you may find rest in this glade for now, but come morning, when the stars are no longer above, you must make your leave.
Okay.
You are protected here. The trees will make sure, and Lunera will as well.
All of us.
All of you. And he looks at you and Dorian.
all right. Well, we appreciate the assistance. We should take our rest now.
He nods and begins to disappear into the thicket, leaving you all in the twilight with the stars above you and this sacred olive tree that radiates kind of a sense of belonging, protection, and mystery all at once. You all try to find some rest?
I would like to attune to my new sword before I rest.
Yeah. You guys have about an hour of downtime should you choose to do anything while you're here. And you get the sense you don't necessarily have to take watches as you're in a protected area. However, it's up to you whether you do or not.
I'm good.
I'll go to that.
Probably not take a rest tonight.
Oh.
Sleepy, sleepy.
I'm gonna go to the tree line and cast Find Steed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it says for the what was it called? The spell storing thing that you choose what spell is it in it? I've got the if you told me what spell it is or I choose a spell.
For the purpose of this, you can choose a single spell of 5th level or lower to be cast into.
Okay.
I mean, you do have to cast the spell, but
Oh, I was
I'll do
gonna
it
say-
before and how long does it last again? I forgot.
I think it stays until you use it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Until I
But
use it?
and you can and then if you use it, you can do it again later too.
Yeah.
Because if anything,
You just always essentially have an extra spell slot now.
Okay, cool.
Because if anything,
Yeah,
I
I will.
would have cast haste into it.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I don't have haste.
Great for Warlock.
oh, can anybody cast a spell into it, or is it just him?
I think it's just me.
specifically
Just him,
only whatever spell you can cast into it.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Because otherwise, I would have given him one.
I am going to put in this sword shield.
Huh.
Cool.
Nice.
Interesting.
Free shield use.
Yeah.
Um,
And while you're tuning to it, is there anyone else that would like to do anything?
Yes. I will just find a clearing a bit away, or not a clearing, but like an area a bit away from the group. Just kind of
Yeah.
sit down, cross my legs, and I will use my barbarian feature, consult the spirits, and I will cast augury.
Oh, okay.
You can do this
Right.
without needing the components. So
Very cool. Let me do this really quick. Yeah, so you start to sit down, and you don't necessarily need the components or anything, and you just start to get in tune with the nature around you. You listen to the way the leaves rustle, the way the animals begin to chirp in the distance, the predators hunting their prey, and you begin to go in tune with it all as you,
oh, actually, sorry. It says that I plan to take in the next 30 minutes. I may do this when I'm awake. Sorry for that.
well, you have an hour to do whatever you would like to do.
Yeah, but
during the
it's a
downtime.
action I plan to take in the next 30 minutes. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. I'll wait till the morning before we head out and do what we're gonna do.
Okay. In that case, yeah, you kind of get in tune with nature a little bit and find a good resting spot. Worm, you said you're not going to sleep tonight. Let's see.
Can I get my steed?
Oh yes. I'm sorry. What was the name? It was Gloom Pool.
Gloom Pool.
Gloom Pool. Yeah. After about, I think it was like 30 minutes or so, or an hour. Oh, even 10 minutes. Yeah. Regardless, after a little bit of time, walking out of one of the pools of water that were kind of pooled onto the ground and had a lot of, it was basically like a little puddle. Walking out of the puddle from the ground seems to be Gloom Pool. Kind of like shudders the water off of it for a second and looks at you.
Easy. How have you been?
Good. Wish I could be out here running.
Yes, I think I could. I'm going to start being depending on you a lot more for that. I'm
Good.
glad you're in my
That's what I'm here
service.
for. It's an honor to be in yours.
For now, we must rest.
And rest we will. Dorian goes over to you, Worm, and kind of just like sits down. He's kind of gone through the stages of grief a little bit. It is now kind of like at the acceptance stage, and just kind of like puts his hand on your shoulder for a second. Worm, I think you should get some rest. I'll keep an eye out. You look like you need it. You look like you haven't slept since I died.
Not really. Not very good.
Well, I'm here.
Sorry. It's almost like we're on those adventures we used to talk about. The ones we found our names in.
It does, doesn't it?
But it's not right. We weren't supposed to be this.
We're supposed to be something more. I think we're gonna get there, Arya. You think I'll defeat a dragon someday? Just like my namesake.
I want to say yes, but you're a skeleton, Dorian.
He looks himself. I guess that does put a dent in it, doesn't it?
What happens if you go down like this? My necromancy can't awaken you again. It doesn't matter how many times I pick your bones up and put you apart. What if I can't talk to you again like this if you go down?
Never thought of it.
Can't have you facing dragons with us, Dorian.
But I want to. I don't want to leave you again, Arya.
It's so much different now. You're not in my head. Your bones I could pick up time and time again, but this... hearing you out loud, hearing your voice and knowing it's not just...
I'm still a skeleton, Arya. I'm not whole, but I can be. And I can't do it without you. I can't do it sitting on the sidelines. I can't do it just studying like we've always done and reading adventure books. We have to write the adventure book, Arya.
I've been going through the motions of an adventure without you. Not feeling any of it, not caring about any of it. Dorian, I've done things the girl you knew would never do. And I've done it unfeelingly, unflinchingly.
Maybe you keep that same mindset.
have
Do what
to.
you
I
need to
can't
do.
keep going any other way.
I don't fault you for that, Arya. I want you to maintain that attitude. I want you to do what needs to be done, because we've always done that. But we need to get to our goal. We need to be better than he was. And you take that differently than how he means it.
Even if I'm not the same after.
I promise you, you're not going to be the same after Arya. The adventurers in those books, they never are, and they rarely make it to an easy end. But if you don't do it, who will?
Do you rest now that you're awakened? Do you need rest?
I feel weary, but I feel like new life has been breathed into me somehow. I'm not quite tired, but I feel capable of it.
Why don't you rest?
No, Arya, look at me. I don't have eyes to be sunken. I don't have flesh to wrinkle. You do, and it's visible on your face. You've not rested since it happened. This is a place of rest, and while that tree might not give me the best of intentions, this place is safe, and your companions seem safe. They're gonna help us with our goal, and we can use them, Arya. We will use them. I'm going to be flesh one day, and not just bone. I can't do it without you, though. And we're going to be better than he was. Find rest, okay? I'll be right here. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
He kind of like raises his hand off your shoulder and kind of like awkwardly pats your head.
Orma will go to sleep mumbling to herself about being better than he was.
And you start to drift off to sleep. You attune to your blade, William. Is everyone finding some rest?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm falling asleep as I'm mulling over, hearing about trying to figure out who Garen is and why Redcap never said it and told any stories about him, even though he seems like he's a significant figure in his life.
Mulling over questions you might have. You guys find some rest, and you can all level up.
Yo.
All right.
Feet level.
Yeah.
Oh,
ASI level. Oh my
ASI
god.
Good roll.
Holy shit.
Oh well.
Hold on, I'm gonna roll real quick.
Yep, roll your hit points.
Oh,
Still was
oh
on
wait,
a
I
two.
rolled really
God
good. 7.
damn it. Kidra Bro's so low on HP. It's
no.
crazy. The lowest HP barbarian to exist.
Go ahead and look over your abilities. Choose any new ones you need to have. I think
I fucking rolled an 8!
Ah.
I needed that.
It's a D10 for Ranger, right?
Yes. Let me double check. I believe it is.
Really?
Yeah, the only way. Yeah, I think. Yeah, Fighter and Ranger are D10.
Ranger's D10.
Yeah, D10.
Ooh, I get
Wow.
new evocation too.
Wow, that's a good roll.
Whoa.
That's
Dang.
a good roll. Okay, so it goes up by 12 this time.
And just so you're aware, Worm, Dorian is starting the process to become a level 1 wizard.
Ooh.
What?
Dorian is beginning the not quite there yet, but is beginning the process to become a level 1 wizard.
Is a wizard for storyline reasons? Because the skeleton's basically a fighter.
Right. But Dorian was more of a wizard, right?
No.
No?
That's why I said if it's for your storyline reasons, but if it's like backstory wise, it's more of a fighter for him.
Yeah, I had a plan to kind of go. I guess you're right. I guess fighter makes more sense. Actually, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, yeah, he's beginning to turn into more of a fighter.
Okay, so he's
in
a
specific,
level 1 fighter.
He's not quite a level 1 fighter, but he's on the process to becoming one. And just so you know, in the future, when he gets to the point, he's gonna try to go Eldritch fighter.
I was gonna say Eldritch Knight would be. He's gonna be like a wizard thing.
But he's not quite there yet. In the past, he was, but he's more kind of like in the process of rediscovering himself. But yes, you've all leveled up. Go ahead and take a second to look at your new abilities and choose any new ones you may need to choose.
I did just ability score and boosted my charisma to max now.
Okay. Yes, this is an ASI, so if you're choosing any feats, go ahead and make sure you look at the list and make sure you're not choosing one disallowed.
This is a good one.
And just so you're aware, Kai, Eugene is just about to become a level 1 thief.
Oh,
rogue,
cool.
rather.
Yeah, sick. Oh, pretty sure I'm just gonna take an ASI.
I was thinking that too.
I need an ASI, but I want feet.
There's just not many good feats for a monk besides like the Crusher and all that stuff.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
And some of the feats have special rules, right?
Only a couple of them. Like tough
Yeah, but it's
and
like
whatnot
tough you
have like
need.
minimum requirements.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the last feat I take. Then I'm gonna take ASIs.
Well, we're super high level.
Nah, this is worth it. This is worth it.
Yeah, I'll give you guys a couple minutes to look through it and make sure everything's good to go. And then we'll pick back up in a second.
Trying to decide.
This is level 12,
Nathan,
right?
You are now
Yes.
currently level 12.
Okay.
You guys are considered at the point of being nearly legendary adventures. Your tales are becoming, known in song. Your name is being known throughout Tramverton. You guys are effectively on your way to legendary hero status. Though, hero is a questionable term. Anti-hero, maybe.
I don't know about you. William is pretty good at him.
I mean, somebody's a hero to somebody.
Exactly.
Oh,
My-
I get to learn another spell.
Oh, the important part is I'm a hero to my kids.
That's right.
I know, as corny as that sounds.
Are your kids in a dungeon right now?
No, they're in town.
No,
they're in
his
town.
wife is in a dungeon.
Oh, my bad.
They're actually chilling out in Rosen Ridge, so.
They're with Shirley.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, this is so hard.
Oh yeah, barbarian. So hard to not choose an ASI.
Like, the feats are good too.
Yeah.
I used one of my feats on the stupid chef one as a joke. I'm stuck with it.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Also, for the purposes of this, Gashan has disappeared from your party. You're not quite sure where he's gone, but he did leave a note saying that he'll be back.
Oh, he does that sometimes.
Yeah, he does.
Will Talk Chi be back eventually?
Possibly. We'll see. Though his fulfillment of the contract for killing the dragon will be coming up here in a little bit, and it kind of benefits the entire party. And yeah, for the purpose of this, obviously Takchi is missing as well. For the purpose of this, we'll say he's kind of chilling out in Hollyton currently, kind of overseeing operations.
Okay.
I just buffed my wisdom.
Nice. That's
And
what
my
it's doing.
intelligence.
Thought about asking if I could take the feat cruel critical roll. Just let
You're
you
stunning.
like when you hit somebody, you can punch it, add an extra d6 on once a turn or some shit, and then like you get like intimidation stuff.
I like the flavor of that one.
Under following
There was also
circumstances-
metallic dragon's gift. I thought about asking.
Oh,
If
actually,
Junji's
cruel
a
kind
metallic
of
dragon.
cruel kind of goes with your character pretty well if you wanted to take that, because you get
Uh,
bonuses to intimidation, which is definitely your
Yeah.
thing. You get some temporary hit points when you score criticals. That I'd be okay with you taking that feat if you wanted to.
I'll contemplate. I just rolled a wisdom save.
Your stunning strike is gonna be insane. What's your DC on it?
Not. It's too high. Check.
Is it at like full caster level yet?
No, because I'm only 18 wisdom now. It is only 16.
Okay, that's close.
Yeah, the monks' key abilities are not as good with their saving throws.
Okay.
Oh, but I think actually no. But I also have mine's higher.
Ooh, the
'cause
+2.
I have the dragon hide belt. So it's actually a +3.
Ooh.
It's actually a 19,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
but it doesn't let me manually change that. So.
Oh, you can't manually. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't think I can manually change it.
The most I felt like crying during a session was when my monk stunned the boss like 5 turns and it died. It didn't get to do a single thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then I started handing out legendary resistance.
Yeah, that's what monks become good for is like fucking is destroying legendary resistances too, because you just have to spend them.
Okay. Is anyone still choosing feats or size?
Yeah, I'm just going. Just
I
pick
guess
one.
I'm done.
Okay.
And we're resting, right?
You are. Yep. You've considered going through a long rest. You can mark down that you've taken one and reset all of your hit dice. And so, if everyone's ready to continue, you guys awaken feeling refreshed and stronger than normal. You've learned a lot from your adventure so far. Your duels with Krator and the rest of the gang kind of gave you a little bit of insight, and you've learned from it all. Having been well rested now, everyone, go ahead and roll a perception check really quick. DC 16.
9.
15 with that 16 minus 1.
14.
Oh, okay.
29.
So,
There we go.
13.
so Kadrov and Keeler, I believe you're the ones that will see this. William, what did you roll? Sorry.
9.
9. Okay. Yeah. So, Kadrov and Kilimir, kind of at the same time, as everyone's beginning to wake up. You guys aren't considered hungry at this point in time because you're in a resting spot. You're not necessarily considered in the wilds, so food is taken care of. As for the purpose of this, good berry will be produced from the tree and will drop down. Regardless, you can also cast it Kilimir, so it's not the end of the world. But Kadrov, Kilimir, you both see to the south of this glade, buzzing around, a small dragonfly. And it zooms into the
Oh,
woods.
it's a literal dragonfly. I think we gotta follow it. It's over there. It just flew into the woods. I point in the direction.
Okay, I'm ready.
It was one berry. How much did you eat?
All of it.
They were for Gloompool. Isn't that right?
5 of them.
Well, I'll save my augury for later. Let's go.
I'll mount and follow.
Yeah. So it doesn't dart into the woods until you're all ready to go. So if there's any last minute things that you would like to do, you're welcome to do it. Whether it's augury or make breakfast or prepare spells. It just seems like this dragonfly is just chilling in the south for a little bit until it knows that you guys are ready for your next part of your adventure, and then we'll head south.
Yeah, okay. If we have a moment, then can I just do augury?
Yeah. You take the next few moments to go through and cast augury. It only takes about a minute. And within the next 30 minutes, what would you like to ask the world or your ancient relatives and see if you can get some result?
Well, I guess
That's
the
fine.
action I plan to take in the next 30 minutes is obviously follow this dragonfly, but I am kind of reaching out for like a general, like, is pursuing this dragon, is pursuing this mammoth, is this kind of a good path for me to be on? Or am I being with these people who kind of have their own goals, but, you know, are also sticking together? They're offering to help me with my goals as well. We kind of have a common goal in taking down this dragon. Is this a good path?
You kind of shake a few of these bones and sticks that you've gathered and throw them onto the ground, and you read them. It says wheel.
Okay. That gives me a good confidence boost. I kind of take a deep breath. You know, say a mental thank you to my ancestors watching over me. I'll rise to my feet. I'll just look to the rest of the party. Ready?
Is everyone else ready to go?
Yep.
You
Let's
look
go.
your blade after tuning to it, and you set forth. Following this dragonfly, who is leading first?
If we're the ones that, if me and Kilmer are the ones that saw it, then
Yeah.
Kilmer can do the
I'll
lead.
go
either
ahead and
one of
lead.
you. Okay, go ahead and roll a survival check really quick. You are in a forest, so you can roll with advantage.
Natural 20 for a 28.
Through the woods once more, through this dense thicket, cutting your way. Once you've gotten outside of the ring of trees and left the massive olive tree behind, there's a little bit of a clearing after about an hour of travel, and you see the dragonfly start zooming across this open plains towards these two massive mountains in the distance. Continue following, traveling for about 3 more hours. Uneventful, save for the a few wildlife here and there. And the wildlife seems odd, to say the least. A mix between other animals mixed together, almost as if they've been grafted, but there's no stitching lines. And you don't see any monsters necessarily, but you do see these animals that maintain monster-like qualities. Whether it's a quick coyote that has scales on it, or a bird that seems to have horns. Just odd animal infrastructure here. You continue, where the dragonfly gets to the base of these two mountains. And the best way to describe these mountains are almost like giant teeth that come out of the ground and like curve at the very top. These are massive mountains, but the dragonfly starts to go upwards. Because of your natural 20, Kilomir, you look at the very top of these two mountains, and you see there's something almost iridescent, shiny, at the very, very top of the leftmost mountain, and it's just kind of sticking out of the mountain slightly. It's large, but not too large. Doesn't look like a creature. Looks like some sort of stationary object or building.
Hey, look up there.
And the dragonfly seems to be zooming towards it.
I guess our destination is up there.
Alright.
Ugh, climbing.
Sorry, old girl. I'll call you back up when we get up there.
All right.
All right.
So, there's a little bit of walking that you guys can do on the mountain, but then it definitely turns into this not quite sheer cliff face. There's a little bit of an angle to it, but definitely requires a little bit of climbing or flying.
I'm gonna take out my living climber's kit.
Okay. You take it out, and it goes, One of the pythons goes, "Are we ready?" And then the hammer goes, "Yeah, I'm ready. I'm gonna hit the fuck out of you. You better go in." All right. I'm bracing for it. Is rope ready? The rope goes, "I'm ready. Tie me up."
Who the hell is talking right now?
I'm counting on you.
Keep counting.
All right. I'm gonna Are you all good to go? You have your meat?
Can I just follow on your kit? Use your pythons?
Yeah. Stay close.
Try my best.
Okay. So, you're using the hammer and pythons and rope to kind of create a little climbing setup for your comrades, Razrin?
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
have 100 feet of rope depending on how high this mountain is.
I'll lend you my silken rope. I have another 50 feet.
Okay, so
Yeah,
one.
also, like-
Sorry.
Yeah, you guys have kind of coiled yourselves up this mountain the best you can, just walking normally. and the sheer cliff face that you're at now goes up about 130 feet. So with the 2 ropes combined, you definitely have enough to get up there. But Razor, you're the one doing it first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a athletics check with advantage, and the DC is slightly lower.
Ooh, that's a 25.
Yeah. You start climbing, and you get to a point where it's a good anchoring setup, and you start to take the python out, and you line it up against the stone, and you raise your hammer and smack it into it, and you hear, "Ah, yeah, do it again!" And it hits it again. Yeah.
That
Alright.
sounds like it's turned on.
It's
Alright,
quite
tie it off.
it's motivating.
Tie me, Razarin.
I'll tie it.
You start tying the rope and setting up the python. I am holding it. Go, go, go. You all start to climb.
I'll just walk up the wall.
Easy enough. Almost as if he's like an ibex mountain goat. You see, like one of the Tibetan monks. He just starts walking up the wall.
How tall is this mountain or wall?
It's about 130 to not the very top of it, but where there's this landing, where this weird iridescent shiny object is.
I am just going to cast Arcane Gate where we are, and then top of the wall. And I'm just going to go up.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
Oh.
you kind of like look at the land in front of you, or the wall in front of you, look up at the very top, and walk through an arcane gate and appear at the very top. We'll get to that in a second. Who is all climbing?
I guess I have
How
a climbing
tall is it?
speed, so
130 feet.
I have a climbing speed. Does that make a difference?
It does, yeah.
Well, the
If you have
Arcane
climbing speed,
Gate
you should
2
be able to
is
climb up.
it's
I
Yeah,
won't be
stairs.
offended if you take the gate.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the gate. I'm not gonna climb. Too big for that.
Okay,
I mean, I was already going up the wall when he cast it, so.
easy enough. You all start to climb up. Razarin, you've set the pythons for your comrades and whatnot. But I feel a majority of you are going through the arcane gate, correct?
Yeah.
I am.
Okay. All right. And Kai, you're walking up, obviously. Kilimir, you have a climbing speed, so almost like a spider, you're kind of flaying yourself against this wall and just like, climbing like a little spider would. And you all get to the very top of this landing where you see this dragonfly kind of buzzes around you all for a second, goes around your ears, and then lands on this shiny iridescent object. And as it lands, you see this. The best way to describe it is a massive, massive dragonfly, but its back is open, and it looks like it has wooden poles sticking out of the back, and it shifts slightly, almost like it's about to fall off of the cliff.
Does it look like it's like impaled there?
It looks like it's stuck between a bunch of rocks, but looks like any little amount of weight would send it flying down the mountain. But let me give you a quick picture of what you're seeing. Can I do this? Oh, I can. I'm gonna put it in pond art for you all.
Whoa.
Oh, Nausicaa of the wind.
It looks like it's got these shiny iridescent like propellers almost on the back of it, but they're a little ripped and they have stones on them. And it looks like this object is just shifting down the mountain slightly, and yet the dragonfly is perched on top of it.
We don't catch that thing quick, it might have a tumble. But I'm a little heavy.
I mean,
How far is it from
I
us?
still have some rope here.
It's about 30 feet in front of you.
Who wants this thing real badly the most?
Wants it?
Whatever that orb is or whatever it is on the thing?
I don't know, but I'll try to keep it here. I'm gonna try to lasso it, even though this thing's probably way bigger than I am. I'm gonna try to keep it in place while someone tries to
Yeah. Go
do
ahead and
something
roll a
with it
sleight of
before
hand
it
check.
falls. All right. Come on, don't fail me now.
Oh, I thought it was a lot further. Never mind.
11.
You kind of like lasso a portion of the ship. It goes right over this like weird antenna looking thing is the best way to describe it. It almost looks like the mast of a ship, but way thinner. And you loop it around it. The rocks shift slightly.
I'll
All right.
I'll try and lasso it also.
Yeah, go and roll a sleight of hand.
It's 10. Yeah, that was a shit roll.
Same thing. You kind of land right at the same spot that Razarin did, right over this like small antenna mast looking thing.
I'll try.
The
I'll
rock shifts slightly.
try to secure it to a large rock, whichever one's within range.
At least we
There's
have a
lot of loose
tight rope
boulders.
right to it.
I'm just gonna walk towards it right now.
Yeah, you walk towards it. You hear the creaking of the ropes and the cracking of a few stones. It almost looks like this object is about to fall down.
I'll kind of run up as well. I will pull out a rod. I will press a
Ooh.
button onto the thing and click
Okay.
the button. I will put the immovable rod on it.
Okay, and you do, and there's a moment where it kind of like begins to shift again, and the rocks begin to tumble, and it catches on the immovable rod and stays stationary. You just hear creaking throughout the object, though.
What is it?
The dragonfly is still perched on it.
What do we do now?
Yeah, you need me to do something?
I think we gotta try to like either pull it back up more or bring it down easily, right?
Do you want me to pull it?
How did you get up here?
Well, you can't do anything right now because it's immovable.
Are there any buttons?
The dragonfly unperches itself and flies over to the front center of this object and lands at what looks to be a very unique looking helm. It looks like it's only got like 2 handles instead of like a spoke wheel from a ship, but it literally only has 2 handles to grab. It lands on one of the handles.
I mean,
I
I'm only
guess-
proficient with land vehicles. This is, I'm guessing, not a land vehicle.
I'm proficient in no vehicles, so it's probably better if somebody proficient in any kind of vehicle try it.
I'm proficient in land vehicles. I'd hop on.
You hop on it, and it creaks a little bit.
Oh, come on. I'm
It
not
looks
that
like it's
big
about
anymore.
to fall, but the immovable rod is stationary and preventing it from going anywhere. You walk over to where the dragonfly is.
Sure.
Yeah, there's 2 spots that visibly look like footprints beneath the steering column, so to speak.
I'll put my feet there.
You put your feet there, and there's this arcane hum that happens, and then the rocks start to tumble as the iridescent wings on the side of this thing start to flutter.
Oh, click the immovable rod
Oh god.
to deactivate it.
You deactivate it, and immediately the
I'll
ship
misty step
falls.
onto it.
And slides off the mountain. William,
Well,
you're now falling, but you're stationary and grounded as the fluttering starts falling down. Go ahead and roll a wisdom check with advantage.
Okay. +1. 15.
It looks like it gets to about 30 feet and above the ground, and you look like your heart kind of skips a beat because it looks like you're just about to slam this vehicle right into the center of the earth and just explode it into a million pieces. And you pull up on the steering column with these 2 handles, and immediately the ship rights itself and flies into the air and begins flying.
I'll just
fly
yell,
around
yell
for a
to the
little
group.
bit.
Haha, I can fly now without magic.
There's this low humming of the wings
the
just
AC-130.
flapping.
Apache
And the
gunship.
dragonfly wings on the ship are just like moving rapidly like a hummingbird. And you fly it around for a little bit, and then you perch it right on the landing that your comrades were at. But it's no longer slipping or falling off. The wings start buzzing slower and eventually stop moving entirely. And then there's this low arcane hiss. And then it's as if it's just another object.
Cool. Got a cool
This-
sword and now a cool flying thing.
Yeah, this is called the Damselfly ship. It is. It can only hold a crew of 9. It has a
What
cargo of
the
5
f-
tons.
What's it called again? Sorry.
The Damselfly ship, and it has all the weapons on it. And I will give you the stat block right now.
This is our jet.
Essentially, it is our AC-130.
And this is technically fulfilling Tak Chi's wish of having a means to get south to the Badlands. But it benefits the entire party. You also have weapons on it, it appears. They're a little old, and it looks like this thing has been here for quite some time, but they still work. It has mangonels, and it has ballistas on it.
Oh my god.
A single mangonel and a single ballista. I'm sorry.
Looks like I have some skeletons to begin teaching.
Well, I guess we can get back to the boat easy enough.
Do you think this is all we needed on this island?
Well, there was that kid too.
Well, yes. I mean, but like, yeah.
Oh yeah, this
I got it.
will help us find them faster.
Yeah. Also, now we can fly against that fucking dragon.
True.
True.
We got a gunship for the dragon, baby.
They won't see us coming.
Well, I mean, we're probably loud when we're flying, but
I didn't say it wouldn't hear us coming. I said it wouldn't see us coming. We just have to wait till a thunderstorm, like the cloudy day that it came on us.
Can you lower that thing so we could hop on?
I'm the captain now. Let's see. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'll allow everyone on.
You allow everyone on, and at some point, William, you kind of like remove your feet from the location that they were in, and you see there's a few buttons and levers, and just out of curiosity, you push one of the buttons, and almost like headlights come onto the top of this thing, but they're almost like searchlights, and they're like this orange amber glow.
Whoa.
Ooh, that's cool. I start pressing more buttons.
You push another one, and there's like more lights that appear on the back. There's one light that makes it like really iridescent and shiny, and there's another one that kind of darkens the colors of the ship.
Dang, this is cool.
Similar to almost how Tak Chi kind of shifts and molts his form to the surroundings, the ship kind of does the same.
There's someone I think we could name this after if you're all willing.
Are you gonna
Okay.
name it William?
Not naming this after Don.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is too good to be named after that guy.
How about we spell it dawn like the rising sun dawn? D-A-W-N.
Okay.
All right.
The dawn. Sounds good.
Or we can name it after me.
Oh, let's go with
It
the
doesn't really scream turtle. Or sorry, tortle. I didn't mean to offend you again.
Dragon.
The dragon dawn.
got- Sure.
Okay, dragon dawn.
The
No.
I think we
dragonfly
should name it after
perches on
William
his-
because he's flying it. Call it Will or Bill.
Or the bill.
I'm fine with that.
Let's point those searchlights at the trees.
How about
Yeah, I
Dragon
mean-
Bill Dawn?
Okay, so wait, this kid was last seen in Opalmont, right?
well, they were last seen in Opalmont, where the dark-skinned, bald individual told you that they had gone back to Hollyton. And then the druid that you had encountered earlier said that they were looking for the tree and then headed southeast, which is the direction you currently are.
They might be
Okay.
lost.
Should we just try to test out these searchlights and scour the
Sure.
area?
Yeah.
Get the
Yeah.
hell out of the kid. Sure.
Let's do it.
I got shotgun.
I don't know
What's
if
a
there is a
shotgun?
shotgun.
I just stand directly behind William and hold his waist.
Oh, okay.
Like Titanic.
The
Except it's
dragonfly
like
so-
perches on your
Except-
head, Razran.
You're really small, so I fought in your face.
I breathe fire on your butt.
Ah!
I will.
Backfires, just ignites the fart.
Yeah. We both get burned.
I will take. I will take a position on one of the ballistas. As we're searching around.
Nice. And just so you guys are aware, to properly operate a ballista, it only takes one person to shoot it, but in order to load it and operate it, usually you need about 3 people, and the
Yeah,
mangonels
to,
need 4.
move it. Yeah, I'll
To
just
move
I'll
it
just have it
itself.
wherever it's aiming. I'm assuming it's just aiming forward right now, and I'll just
Yeah. And just so you guys are aware, a typical sailing ship moves about 5 miles per hour, which is about 50 feet per round, and this damselfly ship flies at 70 feet. But you all mount onto it, and the dragonfly is still just perched on your head, Razarin. Who's driving?
will, I suppose.
Good William.
Alright.
Yeah, William, you situate yourself back into the same position that you were in, where the 2 footholds are on this ship. You hear the humming of the quote-unquote arcane engine, so to speak. There's not necessarily an engine for this thing, but it almost has engine-like qualities to it, where it hums to life and starts flapping its wings. Zzz, and you start lifting up
Alright.
and hovering. And where do you go first?
I'll just kind of fly around the area, see if we can find any kid or whatever. The guy
Yeah,
we're looking for.
Everyone, go ahead and roll a perception check as you begin to fly around between these mountains at a speed and pace that you've never really quite had before.
Too bad it's not loud.
Nat 1 for a 13.
19.
2.
Smell up here probably isn't gonna help, right?
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah.
I will use my.
Actually, I'm sorry. Smell would help you here.
I'll sniff the air.
I'll use my Pinpalian Stardust advantage for the day.
He was
okay.
turned.
Well, didn't even make it much better anyway.
20.
This is a DC 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
So only Kai made it, I think, right?
Oh, really?
I got 19.
Okay.
I was close, but not quite.
Yeah. You guys are buzzing around for about an hour or so, searching for this. Well, he was described as a boy, but he's a little bit like a teenager, just so to speak. You're looking around, and there's nothing that you really find on the portions of the island. And Kai, you're the only one to really spot out towards where the sea is, kind of where the domain of Malargus begins to kind of filter into this lane where Opalmont and everything is. There's a small rowboat.
I will kind of see it. A little, as I do it, a little shooting star will go past my eye. And
Yeah.
I'll point. I'll kind of pinch Will in the butt and point that way.
Ah! Oh,
You get the pinch and you see the point as the wind is howling around you all.
I'm not into that, and then I'll go to that. So.
I just forgot I wear goggles now too, so I have sweet little goggles up here, guys. You guys' eyes must suck right now.
You're like an aeronaut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll fly
You
towards
start
where
to-
he's pointing.
Yeah,
Very
you just
fast.
send the ship downwards, and as you get closer to the water, there's this weird phenomenon where the water starts to split apart, like from the air of the beating wings, as if like, just think of like a helicopter flying low over the water, the same kind of vibe. And you get right above where this rowboat is, and you see it's a small rowboat, probably can only fit about 3-4 people in it, but there's only one person in it. It's about a teenage-aged boy, dark skinned, but not quite as dark as the ones that were in Opalmont. And he's currently laying down, feet crossed, arms crossed over his chest. There's a bag next to him, but he's unmoving.
Uh-oh.
I hop into the water and go into the boat.
Yeah. You jump off the ship into the water, the buzzing of your ship above you as you climb into the boat, and
You're like a
immediately
Navy SEAL.
and immediately realize this boy is pale in the face and has blue lips and is very gaunt. Looks like he hasn't eaten in a couple days. Or sorry, a couple weeks.
I'll use 20 lay on hands and start trying to administer a ration.
You start healing this boy and trying to administer a ration, and the healing doesn't go through. This
I
boy
squint
doesn't seem
at
to
the
be
boy.
alive anymore.
He's gone.
Who raised him?
Between
Who raised him?
People, we don't know.
The
Probably
people who
the
hired
people
us.
that hired
for it,
us.
yeah.
Do you mean like raised like the spell?
Yeah. He's rowing, isn't he?
No, he's just laying there
no.
fetal.
He's laying down, his feet are crossed, arms crossed against his chest, and he's very gaunt. Looks like he hasn't eaten in a couple weeks. He's just floating in this rowboat. And on the map, he would be somewhere over here.
Which map?
Oh, I'm sorry. I put it on
Yeah, that one.
this one here. I'll mark it red.
I'll cast Gentle Repose. Reposed? Repose? Wait,
Temple
what?
repose. Okay.
Repose.
You gently repose the corpse to prevent any further decay. The sun looks like it's gotten to the corpse a little bit, and there's a few flies and maggots beginning to take hold, but you stop the rate of decay.
We have a family to return him to.
Also, should we go back and beat the shit out of that guy?
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
We have questions to ask him.
I mean, like, he kind of, I guess, partially didn't lie to me. Like, I don't know.
He
Still
did say
seems
he
like
got
he-
on a ship, then he was
Yeah,
fine.
he said he was looking for a boat to go back to Hollington, but like, I feel like there's more to it.
Yeah, I think we have some questions.
Climb up one of the ropes that we tied to this. Well, I guess we only lassoed it, so it wasn't tied.
Yeah, it's effectively tied, but there's it was over like this thin mast antenna that kind of like vibrates with the vibrations of the ship. The rope still dangles down though, enough for you to climb onto should your captain kind of lower the ship a little bit.
Let me up. And the boy.
Maybe.
Whoa, he's loaded.
Ah, shit, really? I start pulling the rope. I'm not really strong anymore.
When I get up, I push Kai over. No, he's not loaded.
Ah, not on my back. Ah, I'm stuck. Ah.
I mean, he's loaded onto the ship now.
But yes, we did what we could. There's no need for us to.
Yeah, there's nothing we could have done. He clearly looks. He's like he's been out there for a while.
Yeah.
Can we
He also has his
Tell-
backpack.
Oh, he is loaded. I take it.
what's in the backpack, Kai?
I don't know. I'm
How
gonna
long
look.
has he been dead? If I investigate,
He's looks to have been dead for about 2 days. It looks like he hasn't eaten in a couple weeks though.
he's not fresh enough for me to bring back.
He's like, I couldn't even give the poor
Um,
kid a ration. I mean, they're not that expensive.
You open up the backpack, Kai.
Yep.
Yeah. It seems to be a typical adventuring kit. There's some rations. Sorry, there's no rations. Sorry. There's a empty water skin. There's some rope. There's some pythons. A general adventuring backpack. Although, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Fuck it. I will now use my actual inspiration.
Okay.
I don't have a good investigation. 15.
15 at the very bottom of this backpack, hidden underneath all of his stuff, there's a single item, and you pick it up, and it seems to be a mummified monkey paw, and it's holding up
fuck.
3 fingers.
Cool. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is.
I've heard stories about this.
There's a tag attached to it, and it says, in common, deliver to the cat lord.
Also means nothing to me. It's in common, you said?
It's in common.
Worm, you like gross stuff and are kind of gross.
Wow.
I like gross stuff.
Sorry, it has 2 fingers, not 3.
Even cooler. You want this hand?
Hmm.
It's just this
Alright.
mummified paw, basically.
Cast identify.
Yeah. You cast Identify on it, and this is an item called the Monkey Paw, and it functions as a ring of wishes.
Crazy. It what?
It functions as a ring of wishes. You ask a wish, and it grants you it, and you have 2 wishes.
Wouldn't it be really funny if you just wish for Pimpalion back?
It would be pretty funny.
I wish
I
this
could try
boy
it.
was still alive.
Well, I
Don't
don't
you?
know. Did you
Don't
say
you?
that to us?
Oh yeah, I don't know. She told us that.
And also, do you need to have it to identify it, or am I still holding it?
Oh, I got given it to her. That's my bad.
I don't know if she took it. If she did, that's fine. That's why I'm asking if I'm holding it or
I
not.
figured if you were, identifying it, she would have had it in her
Okay,
hand.
if she
and
has it,
would
that's fine.
identify it. Yeah.
Once I identify it, I will turn and look at Dorian.
He looks at you.
And when I identified it, it says that it just is basically a ring of wishes.
It is a ring of wishes.
I will. I need. Dorian, do you want. Normal biter lip?
Do you identify that item? Is it like something spooky? You look a little shaken.
It has 2 wishes on it.
wishes.
Like a genie?
Anything?
Is that a genie's hand?
It's called the monkey's paw.
Wow.
There's a monkey.
So it's William's hand.
Okay.
Hey,
What does a monkey have to do with wishes?
I don't know. I feel like if I was a monkey, I'd want to make a wish.
Yeah, we could have them back. Any of them? All of them?
I look over at her skeleton friend that she's looking at. Do you think that could bring him back to normal?
I don't. Magic is so temperamental, and I need to say the right stuff. I want him. I need to make sure I word it that he comes back. I wish Adelaide Worm will hold it. I wish for Dorian to be flesh and blood again.
There is a loud thunder crack miles away, and possibly far, and yet you hear it.
I didn't like that word in.
And Dorian is unchanged.
Oh.
Of course, wishes aren't real.
Or
Is the
that's
monkey?
that's not Dorian.
Oh,
He starts feeling himself. I'm not me.
Maybe his
I mean,
soul's
I knew that,
attached.
but-
Maybe the soul's attached to the skeleton, but it's not his skeleton.
I'll look towards the lightning crack.
Yeah, you look towards the thunder crack in the distance. A low humming voice enters into your mind. Fulfilled. The Dragon Slayer lives.
What the fuck is going on right now?
Oh
I raised the wrong Dorian.
shit!
oh shit!
What?
Which
Which
Dorian?
Dorian?
There's
Grabs
another
his
one.
head.
Is there another one?
I raised the hero.
The namesake.
What direction was that thunder in?
Wait. Is this hero a good person?
I
He
assume
was
he's good. He's got a hero.
It sounded like it came from the southwest. And
Ah,
possibly far.
southwest.
Who the fuck is?
Oh,
who the
really
fuck is Dorian?
far.
Wait, didn't we?
I
Kenny, go look at your notes.
Didn't
Your-
we
your old
encounter a
notes.
Dorian out in the woods? Like, didn't he want to go slay a dragon or something? I don't remember.
Dorian grabs his skull and just starts shaking it. Oh, fuck, Arya. What did we just
I
do?
have- I don't know. I have 2 wishes, right?
Well,
I can
those
try
were
it
Wait,
again.
one
fix it.
now.
I can
There
do
was
it
one.
again.
Did the monkey's paw change? Is it holding one now?
It has one finger now.
Oh shit.
And some
Maybe
middle
write out your wish so Kai can tell you any way can go wrong.
Wow, and I know.
Wait, you guys are starting to scare me. Is this a bad thing that this person's back?
I don't know. I don't know who it is.
I'm starting to freak out myself, guys. Please.
He's just a hero of legend. He's just from a book. We
Okay,
we
well-
picked our books. We picked our names out of a book together, and he picked a hero that slays dragons. And
That could be useful. I mean, we're trying to fight dragons.
I mean, yeah, so maybe we don't reverse that. If we go find this guy, you could help us.
Yeah.
Right?
Could we maybe wish for the moons back, or is that too much?
I don't know if we could do all that.
Wish for Malagus to be gone.
I'm
Yeah.
Wish for pinback.
Also, we should probably stop saying the word wish.
Okay.
I don't know if it's only her holding it, but like still, I feel like if we all start saying it, she might accidentally say it.
no. I have.
Okay.
I have to fix Dorian. I have to say the right thing.
Alright.
Maybe ask
we
for
You don't
a
know his
sword that
name.
when you get life. Oh wait,
What?
That's not a bad idea.
or
Like a
like
revival sword?
a needle or something. I guess that's what I have already.
Swords kind of
I
technically
just-
do the opposite of that. Just saying.
Stabs you and brings you back to life.
or the next person
Or
you
like-
kiss.
Or like,
I will stand facing Maggot.
I'm a little scared. Ally.
I just have to say the right thing.
Okay, I trust you.
I step back.
I also step back.
I step forward. I'm kidding. I just stay where I am.
wish for the skeleton in front of me to be the form they were before they died.
Dorian looks at you. There's another thunder crack right above you, but no lightning. And Dorian falls to the ground. But when he falls to the ground, he's flesh and blood. But there's wounds on him.
Oh,
His
right before he
skin
died.
is flayed open.
Oh my
all
god.
over,
Oh, we need to
and
heal
there's
him.
whiplashes
Heal him.
all over his back.
Please.
Oh,
he-
laying on hands.
He's dead.
I'll
It
use
was the
breath
mere-
fire.
The moment before he died.
I'll use breath fire to
Revivify or something.
him.
Yeah.
You revivify, and the corpse has been dead longer than the allowed time.
Oh,
If
fuck.
I asked for him right before he died, that means he just died and it's only been a few seconds.
But the corpse is beyond the rate of which revivify can revive it. It looks like it's been dead for hours. Days.
What?
How? If I wish for him to be in the form of just before he died.
The monkey paw whispers into your ear once more. Granted, it is flesh and blood once more.
I didn't
Just
ask for
as
this
he
one to be flesh
was.
and blood. I didn't ask for this one to be flesh and blood.
And that's it.
As
The
you
monkey
said,
paw is now
magic.
just a fist.
As you said, magic is temperamental.
I've killed him
Sorry.
again.
No,
The body's unmoving in front of you. Blood is beginning to just seep into the wood and drip.
the one who did this to him killed him again. You tried to help him again.
Someone get me some thread.
No, I killed him again. I didn't even ask for him to be flesh and blood.
Someone get me a thread and needle. We gotta try and at least sew the flesh back together.
I had him back.
And with the blood dripping beneath the floorboards, the echoing of the voice of the monkey paw in Worm's head, and this tag attached to this thing that says delivered to the cap. We're gonna end tonight's session there.
Oh my
Damn.
god, we fucked up. Oh no.
That's crazy.
No. Oops. Bro was
Oopsie
like,
daisy.
I'm gonna come back to life. And then literally died.
Hey, every monkey has two paws.
Tis
We just
true.
have to find the other one, which this cat
What?
god
How are we
probably
gonna
has.
fucking find it?
And why didn't
And
this
just
kid wish
for-
for food?
He probably did.
He
I
did.
probably gave him something that starved him. like something
Oh.
salty.
Yeah.
And just so you're aware, meta knowledge wise, it is a ring of spellstorm, or sorry, a ring of
Yeah.
wishes.
It
but
just tries to
causes
screw it.
as much misfortune as possible. It twists your wish into causing as much misfortune as humanly possible.
Thank God we didn't bring Pin back.
Wouldn't
oh my
it
God.
have told me that when
Nope.
I
No.
identified
It's a
it?
curse.
No, curses
It's a
don't get revealed by
curse.
identify.
Hmm.
Oops.
Oopsie daisy. Good thing we
But your
didn't wish
character
for the
wouldn't have
moons
known that.
back.
I know, it would have just like crashed into each other.
Crashed
They
into
would have,
them.
yeah, they would have been like right on us.
And
Or
then
like they
killed
would have
them.
showed up and then like the world would have flooded or just something.
And then just TPK's Sunday. They're like, well, guess
What's that scene from
But
Terminator with the nuke?
You can't feel too much guilt because your character wouldn't have actually known that it was cursed. Your character can feel guilt, but you as a player shouldn't, because that is exactly what should have happened. You wish for something good, and as much misfortune as possible comes out.
Wait, we brought back that
Twist.
hero though.
Maybe
Yeah,
the
he's probably-
stories were heroic.
Well, if he's just flesh and blood again, he's probably just a dead body that's flesh and blood again.
But we'll
Oops.
find out what happens due to that in the
Oh,
coming
boy.
sessions.
Which side of history said he was a hero? The
Yeah,
Cordelians
that's a good point.
Or
He's
the
a cop
Floridians?
hero.
I don't know.
That
The
sucks.
cops serve the dragons, but
Oops.
It do be like that. The monkey paw gives and it takes.
Damn.
But thank you all for playing. We're gonna end tonight's
GG.
session here, and
Fun session.
we'll pick it up in a couple more weeks.
all right.
We'll have Iniquitous next week, and
Oh.
you guys can take your days
Devin.
of flesh ship. What's up?
Just so you know, I may not be here next Saturday because I'm going to a friend's house on the 4th of July weekend, so I might not be available for that game.
I'm looking
Gotcha,
forward
no
to.
worries.
I'm looking forward to seeing what that crystal holds. What kind of memory is in it?
Yep.
All right, GG guys.
GG. Thank you all for
Yeah.
playing.
All
Thank
right.
you.
See you
week.
next Saturday.
See ya.
Thank you.
See ya.
Peace, guys.
Peace.
Laters. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. If you just give me a moment here, I'm going to switch over to Phasmophobia since we ended early enough. Let's see here. Oh. I guess Phasmo's not in the cards today. Maybe the weekly restarts tomorrow, Monday now? Huh. Alright, I guess our plans have changed. Alright. Alright, let's see if